Welcome to Live and Let's Dice. My name is Cody. I am your dungeon master. Joining us tonight, we have Zach as Zanvin, Devin as Melek the Magnificent, Byrne as Dean as Byrne Dawnbringer, and Deanie as Stolas. How are we doing tonight, folks?
Someone needs to mute their phone.
Doing excellent. I don't have the Metal Gear. That's not me.
I don't know who that was.
Cody, that was not here.
The dungeon master.
Dean's a true procrastinator. Just finished leveling up like 10 minutes ago.
Dude, holy shit. I didn't level
2 weeks.
I didn't level to level 2. My character is stacked now. Holy shit.
Good. Paladin's got a pretty big jump from
one
to 3. Yeah.
Jesus.
So. All right, Devin, I need you to make the first roll of the night.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll a d20, dexterity saving throw.
Okay. That's going to come. Let me pull up my stats here real quick. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We are looking at a modified 13.
Thud as you hit the ground after falling asleep on top of the mantelpiece, of which there was a very nice padded, embossed, pillowy thing. As you hit the ground, you notice inside of it there are, again, a 50 gold and 2 daggers. So, as a kind of mantle decoration, you have a feeling. That wraps up our Where Did Devin Fall Asleep At last episode. And you take 1 point of damage, which you don't have to write down. It just, you bunk your head.
Right.
So with a thud and a crash, Zanvin, I believe you have the highest passive perception.
Yes.
What are you doing at 5 in the morning as Melok drearily wakes up?
5 in the morning. So I am probably lightly sleeping at this point. I feel like we kind of got our bell rung last episode, so I'm not like in, or not last episode rather, but the on our last combat. So I am not sleeping super well, kind of on edge, and I would say I'm lightly asleep at this point.
Okay. Byrne, why don't you give me a Constitution saving throw?
What is that, D20?
Yes, sir. And you would add your Constitution modifier.
That's dexterity, right?
Nope, Constitution.
Oh, Constitution. Which one's that? Oh, okay. There it is.
My God.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Jesus.
I believe it's labeled Constitution.
Can Dean do extra tutoring sessions like 4 times a week to like learn? I'm just kidding.
It's a modified 19.
Modified 19. How would you like to wake up today?
With birds chirping and like almost like a Disney princess, just like everything is amazing. That's how I want to wake up. What happened?
Well, I hope you don't think I'm going to be the one chirping.
Stolas, that brings us to you.
That's incredible.
Well, an owl doesn't sleep, so.
Who?
I've been
nocturnal.
I'm nocturnal. That's right.
Oh no!
Although I do take some delight in watching Melok fall on his face, so that's a great way to start the morning.
Definitely. Wow! Rise and shine, Melok. How are you doing over there?
Oh, quite peaceful. My liver's filtering out all the toxins, and I'm probably gonna wake up, have a real nice poop.
Oh, yeah.
Be on my way.
Too bad the shithouse has burned down with the one of your asses, at least.
I'm a halfling. I'm pretty in tune with nature. I could do this just about anywhere and make good.
Works for me. I don't think that's the group issue. I think that's more of a
DM
burn.
approved by the DM. Let's go.
Wow. That was a good one. That was a good one.
10 points to Team Burn. Dang. That's a good one. All right.
He gets inspiration dice for that, right?
Oh, yeah. I will totally give
Okay.
you a D6 of DM inspiration on that one. That's
All right, cool.
so you can
He
add a
deserves
D6
it.
to any roll tonight, one time.
All right.
All right, well, I'm all prepared because I got all my dice out. So you guys wake at Garen's.
You muted yourself.
Get that pulled up here. Zach, was there anything you wanted to do before leaving Garen's Rest?
I think you mentioned in the last episode that so kind of like the compound of Garen's house burned down or like was on fire. But you mentioned I was re-listening to the stream and you mentioned that sort of like the area with the training dummies seemed to not catch fire for some reason. So I want to go check that out. And that's
Sure.
obviously where you put Garen to rest. So maybe like say one more goodbye, but also just kind of inspect that area. And I'll pull up your
Yes.
screen right now.
Yeah, go ahead and give me investigation.
Okay. It was actually a 20
Holy shit. Yeah, okay. So
plus whatever the bonus is. I don't know what it is. Plus 4, 24.
dang. So you walk over and notice two things. One, a while back, after you had just started your training in the dark arts of assassinary,
Yes.
you had made a small stash in one of the hollowed out, crude kind of mannequins with armor in it.
Okay.
And years of weathering and time and damage from spells and all kinds of other things has reminded you of this pocket on the inside of the armor.
Okay.
As you slink your arm through and in, you retrieve 3 pieces of paper, of which are for contacting the society when needed to,
Okay.
which is for, like assassin background people.
Yeah. So that's in my character's backstory. That is like the guild that Garen introduced me to, and that I have taken tutelage under. So, is the groundskeeper with us or no? He's left already. It's just us.
No, Timbus?
Timbus?
Torvin. It was Torvin. He's dipped out already, I think.
Yeah, he's gone. It is the next day, so I mean, if you really wanted to search for him, you probably could if you wanted to.
No, I will. I guess should I use a D20 to write a message to the society?
D100s actually.
Oh, okay. So let me
Get my chart.
let's figure that out here. Okay, so D100. I rolled a 53 out of 100.
Yes, your message goes through.
Okay. And so I will tell the society that we are going to we're going to head north to the college, and we need to be basically smuggled to the college. I think it's Cloudburst College.
Yep.
Yeah, so I would like to let me check my inventory, see how much gold we have, because I feel like we're gonna have to pay for this. I'll say I have
necessarily.
Oh, yeah. So I will tell them that we're going to head north of Garen's Rest to meet on the beach between Garen's Rest and Cloudburst College, and for them to send someone to smuggle us to the college.
Okay. Yeah, that totally works. So, kind of what happens is you scroll this message that, as in Thieves' Cant, kind of with your magical symbols and meanings and things, begins to slowly disappear as you write. Probably fast enough to where like you can check your grammar, but it realizes when the whole message has been finished using punctuation, multiple other things, as these lines kind of redact themselves. And as you do the letter, finishing it, you fold it in half, and then you let go of it midair as it folds itself in half, and then half again until it just winks out. Gone. And your message is sent.
All right. Well, I'm good to go.
Yeah.
I agree. I say we away.
Perfect. Stolas, Burn, anything you guys would like to do before you leave Garen's Rest?
High five, everyone.
I refuse the high five and go along my way.
My God.
God.
Should we
Burn will remember this.
What's going on with him? Hasn't laid in a while.
hasn't bathed in a while either. Stank.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, friends, but were there not perchance some smugglers up to the northern coast of this small island?
Yes,
Yes.
Malak, that's who we're reaching out to. Hopefully they'll be able to give us safe passage to avoid the client and his entourage.
Right, but perhaps we try to just win one of their boats in a game of chance or strength. I think we've got more than enough going for us on both fronts and save a bit of our hard-earned gold.
Are there any common folk with boats that we can maybe?
Go ahead and give me like intelligence.
I'm
Burn,
just
or
saying
insight.
that Stolas has wings. Perhaps she goes ahead and surveys the situation and tells us what our odds are of overwhelming through force or wit these smugglers to the north here.
Sure.
Yeah, I could do that.
Would
I
you
have
be
a
willing?
-1 intelligence, so I really can't roll. I'd have to get a
Burn,
roll.
you're we'll just say based off of your passive of kind of I think it's like 10 or 11. On your basic assumption, there's probably not going to be commoners. If they were to be found, they would be fishing vessels more or less around the town of Fish Trap, which is south of you.
Oh shit. Okay.
And most of which are usually accompanied by Fort Megalodon frigates, at least for kind of surveying to keep them safe from pirates and that kind of thing.
Also, guys, remember I did already send that letter, so that shit has blinked out of existence. I don't want to waste my second of paper to send another message. Like, yo, JK.
Hey, actually. So yeah, you guys start your journey with you. I think you have one ass left, if I remember correct.
Hell yeah.
We do,
Fat
yeah.
ass.
And your cart burned down though.
Oh,
We are on foot.
I could just let the ass go.
you
Oh no, I
used-
guess you could carry our food and stuff.
You pack mule them.
hmm
Okay, so you load up your bags and your packs, and you head out. It's 2 days journey, which is more than enough time for your frigate to arrive to help you get safe passage to Cloudburst College.
Nice.
Let's do a little random encounter potentially. So go ahead and roll. Who wants to roll tonight?
Dean.
Yeah, I'll roll.
All right.
It was 19 and
19.
Yeah.
Okay. So your first night goes by with no issues.
hell
Uh,
yeah.
hell
guys.
You guys walk on the roads. There's not a lot of town guards. You guys are pretty high in the mountains. And as you come, actually, you're not in the mountains. You're in the valley in between the two mountain peaks. I'll have to pull back up my stop screen sharing.
Stolas, I would like to remind Stolas to make sure to read her book at night to get proficiency from the book she found at Garen's Rest.
damn right.
Yes. So you guys are kind of in this valley that leads to this nice grassland. And as you skirt the edges of the mountains, kind of keeping it to your west, you guys have no issue. One more time as the next day comes, and go ahead and mark off rations for those of you who have them. I think Burn is carrying most of them, so you can knock off 4.
Okay, let's see.
And let's have let's have you roll a d20, see if we get any encounters.
I got a 10.
10. Okay. Let's go ahead and roll initiative.
A
I got a 17.
I got a 5. Why the fuck am I always last?
Cody, do we get bonuses to our initiative?
So
Or is it
initiative
just a
comes
flat
from
roll?
Dexterity. Yeah, so you will roll a d20 and add your dexterity modifier to it.
Okay, I got an 18. It's 14 plus 4 is 8.
Did you hit a 3?
I tied at 17.
Oh,
That was my modifier.
You get a modifier on initiative?
We were just talking about that.
2 decks.
Oh
So you might not, but
no, I don't. I don't have any dexterity.
I think in the second episode, I forgot that plus initiative. That's why I was fighting so bad the second episode. Maybe it was the third. I just kept forgetting it on one of the last episodes.
of Dragon Ball Z.
Who's right in fighting?
Who's what?
His background is right in.
Oh,
Yeah,
So,
man.
Cody, for those that are listening to the audio version, what's going on here?
Oh, sorry. I am pulling up maps right now. I am just getting everything prepped and ready. I kind of had some cool different terrain ideas. So I'm actually repurposing an older map I have, which is like a crumbled fountain. It's one that I
Nice.
love to use because it gives the chance for cover and all kinds of things. So with your role being as it is, midday hits. Actually, not even midday. We'll say evening. Evening hits as you are making your way across the kind of these outskirts of the northwest part of town, heading up to meet at the Smuggler's Point. He's given you, after the first day, you've gotten your reply back telling them where to meet you, giving you coordinates, and being able to track, as well as most of you are being adventurers, have set your heading that way. On your way there through the forests, as the mountains slope down into rolling hills and into forests and then to grassland to beach, in between that forest and grassland part, there is an older fountain that is crumbling. That looks like either a good place to make your final night or to at least get some water and take a small rest before either pushing through or, making camp elsewhere. And as you get close to it, you recognize kind of what it is just from its artistic value outside, and these old roads that roam the northwest of this island. And you are able to make out 2 large shapes in the darkness.
Oh. I don't like that.
Homunculus.
would I be able to use my devil sight to see what they are?
Yes, because it's dusk, so you're going to have disadvantage. Those of you who don't have it, night vision or something like that.
Can I pull out my move blade and light up the area?
You can.
Ooh,
So let me
It's
very cool. Well, then never mind.
it's 60 feet bright light and then 30 dim light.
yeah. So we are headed.
What was the initiative of these creatures?
I am drawing everything in right now. They actually tied with you. One of them tied with you, Zanvin, and then one of them is going last.
Yay.
So, if it's a tie, we get the bonus as a player, right?
You guys get they have not noticed you yet. I had you roll initiative kind of prematurely.
Okay, so we get the surprise on them
You will have the surprise on them. We're going to say that you're coming from this side.
because I have
Xander-
assassinate, so
Mhm.
I get advantage on the attack roll and any hit you score against a creature that surprises critical hit.
Correct.
Damn. Oh, but if I light up the area, I'm sure they would notice, no? Oh, no, they're by fire.
Yep, it's not your turn yet. So I will draw in some rough maps here for some things that are on 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Kind of make an estimated guess here of the firelight. So that's going to be dim light. Okay. Now that we have the map drawn in, thank you so much for your patience, those of you who are listening to the audio. 2 large ogre-esque creatures sit arguing over a large fire in the refuge of this fountain. Great walls that are about 10 feet tall. It looks like it maybe at one time it was some sort of mausoleum.
Yeah.
And there is rubble over here, which will be difficult terrain. And there's plenty of tree coverage. So, Zanvin, with that, you are first. How would you like to proceed, good sir?
And they have not noticed us, correct?
The one who tied you for initiative has not. He seems to be eating something in the fire.
Okay.
light. Excuse me.
Can we chat amongst ourselves to see how we want to proceed?
Yeah. I will pass that. I'm going to make one more roll as this ogre then. Why don't you give me stealth, and we'll go down the line if you're kind of quietly.
My stealth, I rolled a 15 plus 8 is 23.
Okay. Yeah. Nope, he hasn't noticed you. Melok, that would be your turn next, as Zanbin kind of turns to you to say something.
Yeah, I only got a 14 on my stealth.
Still haven't noticed you.
I got an 8.
God damn it.
Still has not noticed you.
Oh my gosh, Dean.
All right,
Say
roll
it
better
again.
than an 8.
Oh god. I got an 8.
Still hasn't noticed you either.
All right, so as a party,
This other ogre, though,
oh no.
is getting. He has probably heard you, and he is quieting down his partner.
Okay. So
Oh,
that
actually-
one heard us. I would like to. I guess it's their turn now, or it's our turn again.
Kind of just going through there. I'll give you guys a chance to talk here for just a little bit, since we haven't. He has heard something, but has not gone on full alert because ogres are not very bright.
Okay.
So,
So I'm thinking we should go almost diagonally from the one on the right to get behind them, and
With the
maybe me and
10-foot wall.
Melok. Well, we also have an 8-foot fucking person with us, so
I will also say with
I am 8 feet. I thought I was 9 feet.
We may be able to use our 8-foot fucking person to create quite the distraction to ensure you get your roguish hit off.
I will also say, being that you guys are new players, I know Devin, you probably already know this. With random encounters like stuff like this, you technically don't have to fight them. If you want to sneak
well,
away,
that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking right now. That's why I wanted to talk, because I feel like we were kind of murder hobos last 2 episodes, just killing everything we encountered. I'm wondering if we could get through this amicably.
you could try diplomacy too. I mean, generally, ogres are normally not good creatures, but you could try.
I have 4 cartons of blackberries and a vial of poison if things get dicey. Maybe
Well,
we
let's
can-
let's see what they have first. Can you put your eyes to good use and see if you spot any potential valuables amongst them?
Sure. Cody, can I roll for that?
Sure.
Since I have like a 20,000 for stealth right now.
Go ahead and roll at disadvantage because they are behind a wall and there is dim, flickering light.
Okay. What type of roll am I doing? An investigation?
Mhm.
Okay, so the first one was a 20. The second one was a 12. So 12 plus 4 is 16.
Okay, 16. They seem to be eating.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm
That's okay.
changing colors for those of you listening. Blue is probably not a good color. They seem to be eating part of a dead horse.
Oh no.
Mm.
It's our ass from earlier.
I don't think they'll have too much to offer us.
What's up with all these creatures eating ass?
Okay. That Melok, that would be your turn. How would you like to proceed?
No, we were still talking. I just said I don't think they have too much to offer us.
True.
Wait, can I use my bonus action to ready a weapon?
I kind of assume at this point you have them out.
Oh,
Why?
okay. Gotcha.
Except
You're
maybe
the one that wanted to move forward amicably, and now you're trying to fight them.
Well,
What
I
do you
have
wanna
concealed.
do?
I have concealable weapons. I'm
This
trying to
is-
make sure them bitches are ready.
Baron, what do you think? I want your opinion.
Yo, I got law and order right here, baby. Got Walker
Well,
and Texas
Do
Ranger. I
we,
gotta get
do
these
we
bad
even
boys ready.
bother with these filthy creatures?
If we don't need to fight them and they're not hostile towards us, like why bother?
Stolas?
Yeah, can we try to sneak by them?
Live and let live, not live and let die.
Maybe we could. Maybe we can throw a carton of blackberry and distract them, and they just
Or
hurry by.
Well,
'Cause
I
we could-
think that at least I've heard that orcs are at least part elf. If that's the case, we should just kill them.
Oh wow. Okay, I didn't think you were gonna go there, but okay.
Okay, but she's
I'm pretty sure that's
hardcore
just
racist.
Tolkien mythology. I'm not so sure if that transfers over to D&D as well.
I don't know if it is, honestly. That's
All right,
that's
so party, what are we
an
doing? Are we killing these
answer.
guys or are we gonna let them live?
Oh,
I'm all for just amicably offering them blackberries to let us buy.
oh,
Safely.
I like
we
those
can
blackberries.
sneak all the way around them in the back. Or we can walk to this front wall in front of us.
Mhm.
As we get there, Stolas can fly behind them up on the 10-foot wall and distract them. We could run past this rubble, get out of their line of sight, and then Stolas could just fly back and meet us up front.
That's a good idea. I could also simply cast Mage Hand and have it go snap off some twigs right behind them and get them out of our way.
Oh, that's true.
Great idea. That's a way better idea. I like
Yeah,
that
because
idea.
I don't want to end up on a spit. Thanks.
We wouldn't let you end up on this bit. Although I might because you didn't high five me.
All right, if we're all in accordance,
Say aye.
I will
Aye.
cast Mage Hand.
Go for it.
All
Right.
right.
Mage Hand travels a total of, I believe, 30 feet off the top of my head, if I remember correctly.
Boo,
Yeah,
boo,
man.
boo, boo. Yep, 30 feet.
Okay. So from you, put you back in green.
Yeah, you're gonna have to move forward.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 would be here from you.
Where?
Oh,
Oh,
I'm sorry. It's green dot.
I couldn't see our little squares.
But when you want to snap a twig behind them so they look the other
Yeah,
way.
I did. That was my idea, but I didn't
Mhm.
realize I was so limited in movement.
So even if you move to the X, you could go to the second green dot. You go ahead and give me intelligence. Check.
Check.
Yeah, like a saving throw, actually.
Yeah, that's gonna be 10.
Okay, that's good enough. You know, as you see it cross the firelight and come and investigate, you catch one giant eye. Not only is it a monstrous ogre, it's actually a cyclops. Thankfully,
Oh my god.
while good of hearing, not very good at sight. So he has poor depth perception, which is what the cones are coming off of him. You think that if you would have to move probably to where the second dot is, like so next turn, to actually get the result you want, because Cyclops are dumb, but they will smash you. So you can move to this X. I believe you're 25 feet of movement.
So I would have to stay in stealth and then cast the Mage Hand, have the Mage Hand slap him on the butt, and then stay in stealth as I scamper around behind him.
Sure, if that's how you want to do it. I will give you a chance to re-roll stealth if you would like, since you're moving, or you can keep your roll.
Well, I'll go for a bit higher than 14. That was pretty dismal.
Sure. So
This second one is up to 19.
perfect. So you move, no issues, and you are now on. Oh, dang it! Cancel. I hit the wrong button for those of you viewing.
Dude, your computer runs off ink? Mine runs off of electricity.
Was letting my ink dry for those of you who are listening. Anyway, so you're the M. All right. Stolas, that's your turn.
I don't even know what to do here. Is it? Do you think it would be a good idea to provide some backup to Melloc,
Go ahead.
just in case things go sideways? Because
Go ahead and give me insight, Stolas.
let's see. Where's my insight here? That would be a modified 20.
You realize these are 15-foot tall creatures. They're big boys.
Oh, so I could fucking see it from the wall
You
anyway.
think that if you were strategically placed in a tree, that you probably could swoop and grab Melloc if you wanted to.
I will do that,
Okay.
just in case.
Do you want to be this closest tree to Melloc over here?
Yeah.
Okay. And how high up do you want to be?
Let's see. Maybe about 20 feet.
Stolas, 20 feet. You do you want to give me stealth super quick, or are you just gonna let the flap happen as you flap your way up?
Oh, I'll try. I'm not sure if my stealth is very good.
That's all right.
It is 7 modified.
You begin to move through the trees. Oh, dang it. And while the ogre is still on alert, he still has not noticed you.
Nice.
All right. Burn, that's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna move behind the wall just
Oh,
to
I can't hear you, Burn.
You can't hear me?
I can hear Burn.
I can
Oh.
hear Burn.
Hello?
I cannot hear him. Weird.
Oh.
Try it again.
Can you hear me now?
Mm-mm.
No, nada. Try me dropping.
Oh, you want me to drop stream and hop back in?
Try it
Hello?
again.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Nope.
Okay, try it again.
Hello. I can hear him just fine.
Cody, drop out and come back in.
Okay.
Tech issues. Sorry for those watching, listening.
That was weird. I was working all day.
It's all that porn he's watching.
But like, what was the jet stream thing?
Did you see that? I just got a notification on my phone that Hot Toys is releasing that new Boba Fett.
Yep.
Oh,
And that
it's
re-release
Xbox.
Vader.
Well, the Vader's whatever, but that Boba Fett color scheme is pretty tight.
I might get that. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
might, yeah. I like the retro packaging. It's pretty dope.
Where the F is Cody at? That's gonna come right back in.
Maybe
I don't
re-
know,
Maybe
man.
resetting the stuff.
When he comes back, we'll just tell him we defeated them, okay?
That's not how it works.
Can you hear Dean?
Can you hear me?
I can hear Dean, yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
cool.
thank God.
All right, go ahead, Dean.
Okay, I wanted to move behind the wall on the other side of Malog.
Okay. Are you
Like-
talking on the inside over here?
No, just right where your cursor is, but on the shadowy part.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
right
here.
there.
All right, Burn.
Should I do a stealth roll?
Go ahead. Oh, you're not in heavy armor, so don't worry about it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Ben says get the vintage. It's gonna spike up once it sells out. Probably.
All right, go ahead and Burn. How you doing over there?
Good.
You got that stealth roll for me, my dude?
Oh, I thought you said not to do it because I have chainmail.
Oh, I meant disadvantage. So if you're in heavy armor, you have disadvantage for sneaking.
Oh, okay.
But you're in medium armor, so never mind.
Two.
Oh no.
God damn it, Dean.
This ogre sees you,
Shit.
but it's not his turn, so he can't do anything.
Let's murder him.
Yes.
Which one saw him? The one on the top or the one on the bottom?
Both of them.
Oh god damn
Well, there's our distraction.
This one.
Yeah.
So I will say this one doesn't have line of sight, so it's all auditory. So he heard you. This one has line of sight, but has not noticed Melloc or Stolas
Or the boys Zandwin.
or the boys Anvin.
The boys.
All right, Burn. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Oh man. Let me see. Oh wait, yeah. Where's my? Does pulling my sword out cost a movement or?
That is a free action, my dude.
Okay, well, I want to have my sword ready.
Okay.
And then maybe get
Are you activating your sword?
yes. Yeah, the moon sword.
Dude.
God.
And can I start up Thunderous Smite?
Sure. You open and activate your sword, which sheds 60 feet of bright light, which is the entire area, revealing Melloc and Zanvin standing in the open.
Damn it. Dean.
Sorry.
Is there anything like a shrub or something though?
Uh,
No, it's bright light. You said.
It's bright light. Sorry, Devin.
Can I just like crouch down and pretend to be a rock? Thing is a lot bigger than I am.
I will say, I don't think the ogre's looking at you. I'm just saying, if you're trying to keep hiding where you're at, it's not going to work.
Okay, so we need to reassess this situation.
But
Yes.
Stolas can swoop down and grab you. That was the plan.
Oh,
She can,
oh.
yes.
Or he, sorry.
And since we're transitioning, those of you who don't have dark vision, so Stolas, you're excluded from this. Give me Constitution saving throws as your eyes try to adjust to the bright light. Except for Burn and Stolas. Burn, you knew it was coming. Stolas, night
I
vision.
got 15.
Okay. Melloc?
I got a 7.
Oh man, we were looking for 10. So you are temporarily blinded for 1 round.
Okay. God damn it, Brad!
All right. Anything else you'd like to do? You have Thunderous Smite going. Your sword's out. Your giant blue light spreading out.
You know what? Can I cast Shield of Faith on our little guy Melloc over there?
You could, if you wanted to. Is it
Just-
concentration or is it just for how?
Concentration 10 minutes.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and burn that spell slot for me if you wouldn't mind, or
Okay.
just like tick it, or however you want to do it.
All right.
And then yeah, Devin, you get +2 to your AC for the next 10 minutes.
Oh, good. So I'm not quite as squishy. That's nice.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brad. That makes up for it. I feel better now.
All right. Anything else?
Yes. No, I'm kidding. I think I'm good for now.
Perfect. Zanvin, that would be your turn as bright light washes over you.
The ogres, do they get a turn or no? Or are we
Oh,
skipping
I missed my ogre. You're right. Thanks, dude.
Dude, what?
anytime, fam?
I appreciate it. Fair play. 25.
Shit.
What is the intelligence level of an ogre
That's
or
a
an
really
orc?
Good question.
Whatever it is?
So they are Cyclops, technically.
Cyclops. Okay.
Turnish.
They are not super smart. He sees you, comes around the fountain, and he's going to try and swing this mutton at you. Does a 10 hit your armor class?
Ow.
Burn.
What a dick.
So he misses. Oh, I only get 1 attack. All right. That's his turn. Zanvin, it's your turn.
All right, so this boy is not friendly. Let me just look at my stats real quick.
Well, he doesn't even know you're there, so you could still try to assassinate him.
He has taken a turn in
Yeah,
combat.
yeah, assassinate's over already.
The only one he maybe could hit would be the bottom one, but I don't think he has the movement.
Can I get sneak attack on the one that's coming at me?
Yes, because he's not currently engaged with you, and you have, I mean, depending on where you stand, you could be 5 feet to Melloc or 5 feet to Burn.
And we just assume that weapons are out already.
I believe so. I think that's fair.
Okay, I'm gonna run up to him, and I am going to let me look at my stats here. The poison katana, I can use it without poison, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's just a retractable blade at that point.
Okay, so let me look at this. I think it'd be probably better to use the rapier and the short sword because they're both finesse weapons.
So is the katana.
But the wrists. Oh, okay, okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'll use the katana in one hand and the rapier in the other to get the 1d8 damage.
Perfect.
And I will attack.
Oh,
um,
actually, no, you can't because the rapier is not tagged as light, and neither is the katana.
Oh, okay.
Which
So I can use the katana and the short sword. Or no,
Correct.
no.
You could use the short sword and any combination of the katana and rapier.
I see.
If that makes
Okay, I'll
sense.
use
So
the
either or.
okay. I'll use the katana and the short sword.
Okay.
And well, obviously I'll move up to where he's at, and then I'll attack him.
You got it. I'm gonna give you advantage because A, he's not paying attention to you. B, you're close to Melloc. And C, he's really fixed on this bright light from Burn.
Okay, so the first one was a d20 plus 6. I rolled a 14, so that's a 20.
That hits.
And then the second one was an 18, so that's 18 plus 6 is 24.
That also hits.
And then I roll for both weapons, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that was for the katana, and then for the short sword was a 16. And so the 16 was a higher roll. So 24 and a 16.
They both hit.
Okay. So for the damage for the rapier, it's 1d8 plus 4. So that is 2 plus 4 is 6, plus the sneak attack roll, which is an extra 2d6. And that is, let me see, 9. So 9 plus 2 is 11 for the first one. And then the second weapon is the short sword 1d6. And that comes out to a 5. So
Perfect.
16
So
damage.
16. Nice. Good hit.
And I will use my bonus action. Let me see. If I use the bonus action for cunning action, they cannot take a retaliatory hit, correct?
So here's the thing with cunning action. It's with the rogue, you're using your second attack as
It's
a
the
bonus
second action. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can't do a third bonus action.
Correct.
Okay, that's fine. And with that damage, is there any change in his status, or he's just still going?
Yep.
All right. Sounds good.
Okie dokie. Zanvin goes. Good job. Big hits. Melloc, I would describe, but you're blinded. Burn, you can't quite see past him. Stolas, you see Zanvin kind of scuttle in. Gosh dang it. Wrong button. Again. Cancel.
Does the Cyclops make any audible like?
Hey! What
Yeah.
are you guys doing over here?
Is that canon?
That's canon.
All right, great.
What is this? This is the lightning bugs. This other one's gonna come up to you, Burn, and try and tap you as well with his hammer.
That son of a bitch.
He missed. That's a 2
Nice.
plus 8 for 10.
Hell
The
yeah.
voice is not very bright, or they're so strong, but they just
What?
can't hit.
What doing?
What are you doing? That was that ogre's turn. Melloc, that'll be your turn, good sir. You're
I'm gonna
blind, by the way.
Yeah, but I know generally where those bopers are, and I'm going to cast a spell that has a 10-foot radius.
Okay.
So I'm going to stick both of my fingers into my mouth and whistle really sharply and shrilly. And with
Okay.
that, I'm going to cast Shatter
Ooh.
at the Cyclops directly north of me.
Okay.
Tweet!
It's a 16. I have to roll saving throw, correct?
Correct. It's con.
Okay, so that's 16 plus 5. Con is their second highest stat.
I assumed.
So that's 21.
Okay, so you save for half damage,
Cool beans.
which is going to be 9.
Nice. Good hit. 20. Math is hard. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Perfect. Nice job, Melloc. Stolas. You're up in a tree as you hear a and one of the ogres go ah and start crying as his ears begin to bleed.
Wow. Okay. So, so which is the one that just got attacked?
That would be north of Melloc, so top of this top
Okay.
axe.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and attack the one that's just left of me.
Okay.
I'm going to try Tasha's hideous laughter on this thing.
Okay. What do you need me to roll?
Let's see. What does it say? Wisdom save negates. Which it doesn't say which one I should roll.
Go ahead and read it out loud if you don't mind.
It says creature falls prone laughing, incapacitated. Wisdom save negates. Intelligence less than 5 is immune. At the end of each time it takes damage, it gets another save to shake.
Okay, yeah. So he doesn't get a save right away, but if he takes damage, he gets a save essentially, and he gets to make I think you said a wisdom save. So it'd be wisdom based off of your DC for Tasha's hideous laughter. So he is now ha-haing.
Guffawing.
Ears are bleeding, screaming, and now laughing.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
He thinks this is hilarious.
Does it do damage or anything, Stolas?
It doesn't say it does damage, but it incapacitates him, so you guys can wail on him right now if you want.
Oh, I'm about to.
Yeah, go for it.
Perfect.
He ain't going anywhere.
We'll pull it up here. Yeah, so as you cast your spell, the dark inky tentacles of the shadows wrap around him as these like gnashing mouths open with red teeth in the moonlight, as terrifying laughter from an outer plane erupts around this ogre. Okay, Burn, that's your turn.
Sweet. All right. Well, I'm just gonna. Can I go for his head?
He is prone, so you have advantage on attacks against him.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let me. I want to go. Just
He's about
cut
to cleave
this
that
dude's
bitch
head
straight
off.
off.
And he's gonna get the first time you hit with a melee weapon attack during Thunderous Smite, your weapon rings with a thunder that is audible within 300 feet. So he's already hurt with his ears. And the attack deals an extra 2d6 thunder damage to target. If the target is a creature, it must succeed on a strength saving throw. It can be pushed 10 feet away from you and knocked to prone, but he's already prone.
He's already prone. You could try and push him. I just rolled against that save and I crit, so I have 26 for strength saving throw.
Okay, so what do I need to...
So go ahead and roll 2d20 at advantage. So you'll take the highest result. This is for your Moonblade, I'm assuming.
Okay. There's a 10. Damn it. There's a 10.
10 total
but
with
I
your
have
strength?
I have a strength, right?
You should be adding 5 to each hit.
Okay, so it's 15.
15 hits. Do
Um,
you want to try and roll again, see if you can get a crit off?
okay. Both of them or just the one?
Just the one attack.
Okay.
Or if you're using your bonus action as well.
Is a 16.
16. Okay.
Uh,
Okay,
what
so
do
they both hit.
and then I roll the 2d4 or
It should say under Moonblade how the dice amount.
well, because I have my Thunderous Smite.
Yeah, so you'll roll 2d6 on top of the sword's damage. So go ahead and roll the sword first.
Oh, okay. Moonblade is 3d6.
Mhm.
I don't have 3d6. Okay. Damn, I don't know if this is a 6.
Talk into your mic, Dean.
Oh,
I can roll it for you too if you need me to.
oh yeah, hold on. Damn it. I dropped it. Hold on. 5.
And if you roll a 1 or a 2, you get to re-roll it one time because of your fighting style that you got at second level.
Oh, that's right. Sweet. I did hit a 1.
Okay.
So it was a 5, a 6, plus 3, and then
Okay.
one more,
It's 11, 14.
and then another
points of
5.
damage. 19 points of damage. Okay. Anything else you want to throw on top of that? You want to smite? Besides
Yes.
All right, go ahead and roll. Take off one more spell slot. Yep, and roll 2d8.
2d8.
Sorry, man.
Which ones are the 8?
Talking to your mic.
Double pyramid, or square, or however you want to look at it.
Yes. Here it is. Okay. There's a 7 and a 3.
Jesus.
Noise.
A total of 29 damage at third level.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Plus your strength.
Damn.
Plus your
Strength is, plus 5, right? Oh no, 3.
Well, 3. So a total of 32 damage.
Fucking balls. Jesus freaking Christ.
Burn, this is what happens. This other ogre tries to come and boper you with his mutton leg that he's holding. Misses, completely fails. Stolas makes him laugh, so he falls back on his back prone, laughing, staring at you. You literally turn around, Burn, and just cut his head clean from his shoulders as he laughs. And then there's a large thunderous boom as his head explodes and bright light from the heavens erupts as lightning strikes from your divine sword,
Jesus.
incinerating his head from his shoulders.
I almost feel guilty.
They're just like they're like, guys, we just wanted to talk.
We were gonna offer you marshmallows.
They're like, we were gonna see if you wanted a seat at the table.
No, he attacked me with a mutton. Fuck that guy.
My God, you like Mjolnired his face.
Dude, let's go find that blue skeleton guy right now.
Yeah.
Stolen turn, Burn.
Oh shit, I can do more? Oh fuck.
Wait, how does he still have a turn?
That was his turn, is what I'm saying.
Oh,
Solid
okay.
job. Zanvin, you witnessed this.
I like how
wrath.
you put the burn.
Oh yeah, he did, son.
Oh,
That old boy ain't
Oh,
gonna make
no.
it.
Oh boy. Oh, I can't deal with that.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Burn goes off as divine light from the heavens just kind of glows around him after his smite has finished. Smites, plural, have finished.
That was wild. So I'm going to run up to the one that's still living.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack him with the same combination of weapons, so the katana and the short sword.
Okay.
And I will roll for the katana first. That's an 18 plus 6 is
Hits.
24. And then for the short sword, that's a 7 plus 6 to 13.
That one surprisingly does not hit.
Oh, okay. Damn it.
oof.
Oof. Oh no. No. So for the rapier is 1d8 plus 4. And
Okay.
that is, let me see, the d8 is a 6 plus 4 is a 10.
Okay, 10 points of damage total.
And that one's not a sneak attack, right?
Let's see.
If I have advantage on the attack roll. Because Burn's next to him, do I get advantage for that?
Not quite. Burn's adjacent to him. He'd be up top. There's 10 feet separating you and Burn. And Malik's behind you, but not technically engaged. And Stolas is 20 feet up in the tree.
All right. That is pretty lame. Okay, cool. That's fine.
Sorry, man.
No, it's okay. And let me look at this real quick. Okay, that's fine. So he
Okay.
gets that damage.
All right. He's not looking so hot.
Good, good. Good.
It's his turn, and
Oh,
since
no.
you and Burn are both within 5 feet of him, go ahead and make a strength saving throw as he begins to pummel the ground.
Strength saving throw. Let me see what my strength. Oh, my strength's awful actually. I rolled a 14 minus 1 is a 13.
Okay. That's a failure.
Oof.
Burn?
Wait, it's my turn again already?
Nope.
No, you're rolling a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Was that a D20?
Yes, sir. You will add 5.
It was a 9.
Okay.
+5.
So
Oh,
14.
yes.
Okay. You also fail.
Oh,
Damn.
As he pounds the ground, shockwave erupts out from him or from where he is striking on the ground, hitting you and Burn with force damage. You each take 14 points of force damage and are knocked prone.
My
Damn.
God, what a nasty boy. All right, so 14 is force damage. Do I just subtract 14 from my hit points, or is there a special?
That'll come into play at higher levels, but that's just
Okay, it's just
for
minus
readers.
14.
Yep.
Okay,
It's outside of like normal bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing, essentially.
okay, got you.
And
is
that's
it-
his turn. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, is that off of my hit points or my armor class?
Your hit points.
Oh, okay.
Melloc, you are no longer blind as you see this ogre slam the ground and you see Zanvin and Burn go down.
Perfect, because I'm going to break into Headchala from the original Dragon Ball Z anime
Fuck
Okay.
yes.
and just fucking launch magic missile at this bitch for level 3.
Okay. It hits.
Yeah, because that's what magic missile does.
What now? What color?
Chala, Headchala. It's green.
It's green. Okay.
And that's going to do. It's 1d4 plus 1 for start, 9 points of damage.
3, 6, 9. All 3 hit. Not looking so hot. Nice job, Melloc. Has three green streaks of force damage streak through the air, striking him.
Yeah, and Headchala is just going to continue for the rest of the battle. This is
Solid.
our
Stolas, that's your turn.
Okay, I'd like to cast Repelling Blast on him.
Okay. You got it.
And just quick question, I don't remember. Do I add the spell attack
Oh.
modifier to cantrips?
When you're rolling to hit, yes, but not the damage. And that's only on cantrips or when it's specifically stated inside a spell.
Okay, gotcha. I got an 8 on that.
With your spell attack modifier?
No, I'm sorry. That would be, where is it? 13?
Not quite enough, unfortunately.
Damn.
Anything else you'd like to do, Stolas?
Pick his eyes out.
I mean, technically, I could use my talons against him.
Don't you have a sword?
Not you could. So you tried your spell essentially, just
Don't you have
because
a
even though you
sword?
missed, it still goes
Smite him?
off. If that makes sense. So you basically like buzz the trees or however repelling blast work. Just comes a bunch of leaves, branches start to fall. So you could move, or if you have a spell that costs a bonus action, you could cast one of those.
A bonus action? I don't think I do.
Dangers. Well, would you like to fly another direction? You're 20 feet up, so you're 5 feet higher than this Cyclops.
I think I'll just stay up here.
Okay. All right. Burn. You're
Yeah.
prone.
Burn, save me right now. I'm about to get smashed.
Do you need saving?
Yeah, I
He
only
needs
have
a
like
hero.
I only have like 4 hit points right now.
Oh
From the
shit!
sword.
Here it comes. Okay.
Do that explosion thing again.
I think it ran out.
You have one. You have one spell slot left. Oh no, you don't. You're out of spell slots because you smited. You gave Devin armor, and you used Thunderous Smite. You popped all your cooldowns, my dude.
Performance
Thunder-
issues
I
are a
didn't
common.
realize Thunderous Smite counted too.
It's a common.
Now you know.
ailment.
Now you know, Burn.
Okay. Don't worry.
You could walk over and give him 15 points of health with your lay on
could give
hands.
him-
if you
yeah, I
want.
could do lay on hands. Would that count as my whole turn?
That is an entire action because with lay on hands, you can. It's creatures within touch range. So theoretically, if you had like 5 people around you, you could touch all of them in one turn.
Yeah.
I can cure his wounds on my next turn. Worry not. I know just a ditty for making him feel right as rain.
Okay.
He is.
okay,
Oh, I forgot to say he's past bloody. He is critical, so you
Oh,
have stand a
good to know.
chance of killing him.
Good to
I'm-
know.
I apologize, audience.
so on my Thunderous Smite, oh, I only get to use it once. Okay.
Well, you have 3 spell slots, and each of the items that you did cost a first level spell. So you gave
Well-
Devin 2 extra
well-
shields.
In the effect, it said the first time you hit, that's when it like starts. But it says its duration is 1 minute or until I use it, so I can't. It doesn't
Correct.
carry over. Okay.
So it basically, so if you miss, you don't waste it. If that makes sense.
Okay, that's fine. And let's see. I'm going through all my like.
You right now you could do a melee attack and a bonus attack to launch your projectile because your sword has a projectile that can be
That's
launched 4 times
right.
per day,
It does.
and that's 0 to 40 feet, and literally anyone standing within that 40 feet or 40-foot line.
You
let me-
might not even need the bonus one.
Yeah, let me try the force projectile.
Okay.
That's 2d6.
Yep. So you still got to roll an attack. So go ahead and roll a d20 plus 5.
Is 19.
That hits.
Okay, and then the 2d6.
Yep. Go ahead and just roll 2d6 flat.
One of them was a 1. Do I get to re-roll that or no?
No, because it's not a melee attack.
Oh shit. Okay. And the other one was a 4.
Okay, so 5 points of damage. Still pretty beefy. He's
Fucking
standing,
hate
but
these things.
barely. Burn makes a big overhead slash as this crescent-shaped projectile travels 40 feet through this creature, dealing force damage. You want to follow it up with one more swing?
Yeah, that'd be beautiful.
Go ahead, make that attack roll, my dude.
Okay. That's 6. An 11.
Okay. 11. Did you add 5 to that?
Yes.
Okay, so that one does not hit. You miss with the second follow-up
Oh
attack.
shit. Okay.
Okay. You can move, and that's about it. We use bonus your action to attack, so you have movement left.
Can I move in front of Zanvin in case that guy wants to attack him? I'm in his way.
I think if you
Yes.
move, you might get opportunity attacked.
He can shift, meaning that
Hell
he
yeah,
can.
boy. Block me, Dean.
Here's what I will do. Bear with me for 1 second here.
Also, it'll free up Melloc to heal up Zanvin.
I'm going to give you half cover, Zanvin.
Okay.
Hey.
Actually, no, because he's large. I'm going to give you 3/4 cover. So add +5 to your AC, and you have advantage on dexterity saving throws as long as you're behind Burn.
Hey.
Seeing as you're still prone.
You bet your sweet ass I am.
Stop, computer.
Oh, they're talking about that sweet ass thing.
Oh, no. Wow, yeah, that too. All right. It's your turn.
Am going to. Let me ask you this. So I have my wrist mounted crossbow. Do I have to put up a weapon to use it?
You could fire it from laying down. It's like pressure activated, so you can use your free action to activate it and then use your attack action to shoot it.
Ooh,
I'll do
right
that.
between the eyes, dude.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot him with the wrist mounted crossbow.
Okay. You roll over, whip your left arm out as the
Like
crossbow deploys. Then you
Fucking
thwip.
Boba Fett, dog.
So go ahead and roll d20 and add whatever your modifiers are.
Is that a dex based weapon?
It is a dex-based weapon.
Okay, so I got 18 plus 6, so that's 24.
All right. Go ahead and roll damage.
That's 1d6 plus dex. So I actually use my actual gold d6. 5 plus dex, which is 4 is 9.
How would you like to kill the last ogre?
Ooh, just fucking whip him right between the eyes. Yep.
And he says, "My mutton," as he falls backwards, toppling. to the
Damn, dude, that
ground
was
with
some
a-
fucking Mandalorian shit.
Dude, you imagine my bun being your last words? What an idiot.
I'm gonna walk over there and take a bite of that mutton and see just how good it really was.
Are you going to which mutton? The horse that is on the spit over the fire? Oh, I should probably redraw the fire.
Hell, I'll eat some of that too.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Yeah, we'll just make camp here.
And yeah, I'm going for the clean mutton. I'm not gonna. The other one fell on the ground. I'm not an animal. I'm a half.
Okay.
I'm an animal
Yeah.
though. I'll just go ahead and eat anything.
Dope.
So you walk over to this
Before.
roaring bonfire, Devin. And there's a dead horse just kind of laying here. Perfect. And we'll say Melloc. Make a Constitution saving throw as you
For
bite into this
eating
mutton.
the horse that's cooking.
Just you're not gonna take any damage. Calm down.
It's cooking on a fire, Cody. 3.
3.
You get
That's amazing.
poisoned and die.
Here's the thing, Devin. It tastes exactly how you expect it to taste as you vomit it back up onto the ground.
That's disgusting.
You're very disappointed in the ogre's culinary skills.
These big shits died for this. Pathetic.
You know they are not very bright creatures. Looking around, you guys find a total of 50 gold each,
Oh yeah.
Hell
Uh,
yes.
and 4 miscellaneous items. One being a large mug full of grog. 2 human skeletons that are like necklaces, essentially. They kind of have like a chain that runs between them. And a backpack, or like a large sack, inside of which are random assortments of different people's body parts.
My
That's
God.
disgusting.
That's gruesome.
I would like.
Does
to-
anyone want mine?
Yeah, I'm not gonna eat
'Cause
that.
I don't really want this.
I'm gonna eat my blackberry carton.
Okay.
I have three remaining, and I'd like to reload my crossbow, my bolt,
Ka-chunk.
and also I would like to request that someone heal me because I do have a healing potion, but I feel like I don't want to.
You could rest too.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was just about to suggest this seems like a fine place to make camp for the evening.
Yeah,
do you all think?
No one's gonna mess with us if they see 2 dead cyclops. Like, yeah, these guys fucked up these cyclops. They're not gonna mess with us. So I think it's a great place to rest.
Except for maybe other Cyclops, but yeah, fuck it. Let's go.
Is this going to be a short or a long rest?
This would be a long rest, so you're regaining everything.
Okay. I'd like to read my book some more.
Sure. All right.
I'm
Melloc,
gonna serenade everybody to sleep and then
Perfect.
fall asleep myself.
there we go. Horse. Dead horse. There's a large stack of firewood as you guys go over there, realizing how big ogres are. The fire they have built is more than enough to keep it roaring all night until the early wanings of morning. As you sleep, nothing happens, which is good. You think either the dead bodies of the ogres have kept them away, or the firelight has kept predators at bay. As dusk rises on a new day.
Sweet, we should almost be there. It's the second day of traveling.
It is.
Yeah, dude.
All right.
So for the next episode, not that we're done yet, but just for those listening, Melloc should have a new mic next episode, so we should all be sounding pretty crispy next episode. I'm pretty excited for that. Cody's basically turned his mic into like a basically a whole studio. He's got like it's like that meme of the dude with like a pistol with like 37 attachments on it. Basically what Cody's mic is right now.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, the arm should be in next week too, which I'm excited about.
That's awesome. Oh man, that's wild.
Okay. So you've left Garen's Rest as you're walking. It takes you about half a day to get to your final point of contact.
Wait, really quick.
Go ahead.
Did we let everyone else know that Garen's funeral was not?
They
'Cause we-
probably already showed up and
Because
saw the
we
mayhem.
weren't the only ones that were going to be there.
I certainly didn't notify anyone.
So everyone showed
Nope.
up to his funeral and it was decimated.
Let them assume what they may. I doubt that anyone will really think it was us. I don't think we left our calling card.
That is true.
Also,
Yeah,
I
but-
guess, what was his name? Trevor could tell him.
Tim
that-
is-
That's true. We should have tied up that loose end.
Oh no, poor Trevor.
Or what was his name?
Magical,
It's
magical
Torvin.
Trevor.
I think it was
Torvin.
Tippy.
Can you imagine Cody spends like hours building these characters and then you just called him Timbus last episode and then Timmy right now?
That's half the fun.
It is
What
half
was
the
the dude's
fun.
name? Trevor Noah? Or...
Oh no.
No, Dean.
Sorry, I had to
already
read my
said-
notes here.
Magical Trevor.
How are you approaching the rendezvous point?
I am going to
Rendezvous.
be in front of the party because I sent the note, and these should be friends of the society.
Mhm.
And can I roll? I guess can we see what's in front of us as we approach the beachhead?
Not a lot. You know, it's just
Navy
kind of
SEALs in a dinghy.
rolling mountains as you approach, coming over kind of the sand dunes and heading into port. You see a large ship with purple sails with the symbol of the society printed on it.
Oh,
should
they're going very
We
ostentatious here.
As we enter the docking, I'm gonna get up onto the mast and just shout out,
Mask.
"Hear ye, students! For you are blessed to welcome Garen's Guild." Really announce ourselves.
Sure.
Everyone dislikes that.
I'm gonna apologize for Melok's intenses. These guys are looking at us like, who the fuck are these guys?
Well, are they?
Yeah, you guys reach the shore with the boat that has been kind of moored off there. Standing on the boat the rowboat, there's two smaller human men rowing, and standing at the bow is a man named Islington, of which Zach Islington, you know.
Yes.
He is the number one ranked assassin for the entirety of the society.
Soon to be
That's like
number
the
two.
plot of a shonen.
Soon to be number 2.
Yeah, looks like
Uh,
someone from Assassin's Creed.
he
I will
has
beat you.
two black swords that don't have scabbards. They just have like frogs, so you can still see the sword from where they're hanging.
What a dude.
So black that they begin to suck in the light around it as he
2.0.
smiles at you.
Black 2.0.
His studded leather has adamantine weave into it, and his name-
Zenman, is this E-boy a friend of yours?
and as he jumps off the front of the small rowboat and onto the shore, he reaches a hand out and he says, "Welcome, little brother. I'm glad I could be of service for you."
Oh no! Is
Is this actually your brother? Is this actually your brother?
You
It's
get
the
the
society.
sense
It's the society. If I told you, we'd have to kill you.
exactly.
Whoa.
Please tell him.
Well, how handsome is this guy?
Guild before hose.
His
me the
charisma
dirt.
is 18.
He's.
I'm gonna
what?
look back at Melok and wink at him
Perfect.
as he asks, "Is this your brother?" I'm just gonna give him a little wink.
Well, if he's really handsome, then he cannot be related to Zaman.
Oh, you haven't bathed in 4 days, so I don't hear anything. Okay.
Literally, none of us have. I don't know why. You keep
I
bringing that
bathed.
up.
I bathed like every time I've gotten a chance.
I constantly preen. You can't look at me.
Yeah.
Mm, mhm.
I just exist.
He gestures to the rowboat. He has like these adamantine like feathers that kind of fall from his shoulders and kind of make this
Ooh, can we
embossment
do a
along the back.
society secret handshake?
Oh, totally.
Okay, what we'll do is touch our katana gauntlets to each other, like almost like ding, like a I call it the Rona bump, where you bump
Ding.
elbows, but it's like bumping katana
Ugly.
gauntlets.
Oh,
His is a little longer and a little
Oh,
wider than yours,
You nasty boy.
and it's made of higher quality.
It's also
material.
black and absorbs all the light around it. He's got a big black katana.
Exactly. Katana arms.
Nasty.
As he gets back on the boat, and you head towards the ship.
Hell yeah,
he-
dude.
He
Can you private
asks-
chat that guy's name, by the way? Just so
Yes,
I
I
can make
can.
sure I get it down.
You got it. All right.
Isn't it Gorbachev?
Is
Jesus
LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Wait, his name is LinkedIn, like the website for jobs?
Nope, not LinkedIn.
Okay.
King
We'll
Wait.
highlight it here. Is
Is-
LinkedIn.
Islington.
Paste. Let the whole world see it. Private chat. One message.
Ah, okay, got it. Islington.
Is LinkedIn. All right. And you are boarded onto his personal scoop.
Damn,
Just
I
his
need to
own
get one
ship.
of these bad boys.
It is fully crewed as the 3-day journey begins to Cloudburst College.
Are we on the Blossom Cutter?
Yes. Well, that's not what it's called. That was just the ship outline that I used.
Oh.
So this is a pre-made template that I borrowed from the internet. So credit to whoever made
Honestly,
that. Thank
that's a
you
pretty
so much.
dope ass name, though.
Right?
I wouldn't mind being on the Blossom Cutter.
We'll call it the Ass Eater.
The big black cutter.
Oh no.
The BBC.
Yeah.
It's-
Are you a paladin? Because you're making me want to lay on hands.
oh my god.
I thought Melloc was the jokester. I guess not.
No, Burns got this.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, your 3-day journey begins. He will kind of take you, Zanvin, into his own personal quarters and ask you to have a seat as he sits behind his desk with his finger steepled at you.
God,
And he will say, "Why am I picking you up here? It seems like a large waste of my time."
Well, my companion Melloc may have gotten us into a bit of trouble with the client
Hmm.
back in Fort Megalodon.
Go ahead and roll investigation.
I rolled a 15 plus 4 is a 19.
You notice the slightest tension in his jaw as you say the client.
Ooh,
As he kind of looks at you, still hooded, because super
what a
douche,
douche.
right?
What a douche. I don't even
Um,
have a hood.
and he just kind of gives the bare shake of his head, and he says, "The whole point of our society and our contract kills is to be quiet, and you travel with the loudest halfling I've ever met."
And then I'll say, you can't choose your family.
He says, he kind of just shrugs and will extend one gauntleted arm and say, "But you can kill them," as he shakes your hand.
But never.
He asks if you need anything as well.
I'd like to see if he has any poison that he can give me. I only have one vial.
Yeah. Go ahead. How do you want to ask that? Role play me.
All right. We're a bit low on supplies. Our journey has been long and tough, and we're low on gold. Do you perhaps have any poison for when we encounter the client again?
I do. He stretches one hand kind of up as this small monkey
Oh,
just
monkey.
like reaches down from the rafters and
Okay.
starts handing him small vials. He says, "I can give you 4.
Ooh.
They're just single-use 1d6 poisons. So we'll add 1d6 poison damage to your attacks."
All right, and there's 4 vials.
Mhm.
Very cool.
For
And I would
free?
say thank you. This is my brother we're talking about, guys. Okay. I will thank him and also let him know that I've made contact with Varuk
Mm.
in Fort Megalodon.
He nods. He said, "Yes, we just picked up a shipment from her, which is why I was in the area."
And I'd also like to thank him for answering our call.
He nods and he kind of shrugs and he says, "Good luck. We'll be there in a couple days."
And I shall rejoin my guild.
All right. You walk down the hallway as 3 more men descend from the roof, putting away their kind of like assassin gear as they kind of were strategically placed, stowing their blowguns and all kinds of different crossbows and things in case you tried to make an attempt on your brother's life, albeit doing so quietly as the society does. As you rejoin everyone on deck. Melek, what are you doing? Talking to these men all clad in black.
Oh, I'm mostly just kind of poked a little bit of fun at them. Asked them why they're so seen.
Yeah, you try to engage these men and talk to them. And when you do, you realize that none of them respond to you. They don't look at you. They don't talk to you. They look at each other and make small hand movements. As Zanvin returns, Zanvin knows that their tongues have been removed so that they can't snitch on their boss.
Damn.
Jesus Christ.
Creepy.
Must be
Right.
as deaf as they are styleless. All right, moving on. I've got to find me a tavern.
All right. Your first, Burn and Stolas. How, as you guys are kind of leaving and people are shuffling things around and the boats are getting taken off, what are you guys up to?
Are we on land?
You have just reached the top deck of the Blossom Cutter.
Oh, okay.
And I can zoom in on this so it give you a little perspective.
So we're about to leave the boat.
You
Or we
are
just got onto the boat.
you just got onto the boat.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought. But Melek said he was looking for a tavern. I was like, what? Okay. I'm just kind of staying out of everyone's way. I'm from the mountains, and the last couple times we were on a boat, it wasn't the best. So
Oh no.
I'm just kind of weary.
I thought we were pulling into dock.
You are leaving the rendezvous point at the northernmost point of the island that you were on.
Okay, I get it now. Never mind.
All right. So I will have. I'm going to roll the first one. First day goes without incident. Who wants to roll the second day?
What is it, D20?
Mhm.
I don't know what. It was 15.
The day passes. It's a little choppy. Not quite as good of wind as they would like. Zanvin, your brother Islington, who is kind of irritated that he's going out of his way to take you all the way to Cloudburst, seeing as he's already been there once this month. And Dread's coming back,
What a douche.
right?
When I'm number
Dread.
one.
What's wrong with the college? Why doesn't he
Yeah, why
like
does
it?
he dread coming back to us?
Yeah.
He's not a learning man.
Oh, so he's an
Somebody
idiot.
roll an
Okay, that
investigation?
explains a lot.
Yeah, that's my brother you're talking about.
What is it though?
Is he your brother?
Don't not ever
Or-
talk about
or is he-
Islington.
Your brother.
Don't not ever talk about? Okay, we'll always talk about him.
I would like to gesture to the assassins on board to take care of Burns for me.
Look into my round.
How so?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, no, go ahead if you want to.
Yeah, Burn, don't ever insult Islington on his own boat again.
Does 26 hit you, Burn?
He named his boat Ass Eater. Yeah.
Make a Constitution saving throw as a small dart hits you in the neck.
Shit.
My God, dude. Constitution, you said?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 20.
For the next 3 hours, you have been asleep or will be asleep. As we
Shit.
pull the dart and go, wait. So you passed
I'm
enough to have the
I'm gonna
time.
remember that shit, dude. I only fucking saved your life in the last battle.
I
Burn
saved
goes
your life in
down.
the first battle and the second battle.
Yeah, and I fucking killed everyone since then.
Islington frowns at you from the tiller up on the captain's deck and just kind of shakes his head.
Dean, you're gonna get me grounded.
You get the sense he's going to tell
I'm
Mom when
passed
he gets
out,
home.
so I don't know what you want me to do about it.
Your last day on board is extremely choppy, extremely windy as thunderstorms roll in and hit. You are able to make it across the sea, but Islington ends up losing, out of the 12 men on board, 4 of them
God
Nice.
damn. Dean is
Uh,
so nice.
to
How
the
sad.
sea.
Was one of them the one
Um,
that shot me
What
with
a
the dart?
shit captain.
You guys also will take 1 level of exhaustion for fighting the storm, headed into the next day.
Where do we document the exhaustion?
That's a really good question. I would say
Also,
if you have
how
a piece
does
of
it
scratch
affect
paper.
us?
Ooh, exhaustion. It is a very bad thing to have.
Wait, it is or it is not a very bad thing to have?
It is. I gotta pull
Oh,
my Dungeon
no.
Master screen real quick. I don't remember off the top of my head. Devin, do you remember off the top of your head, out of curiosity?
Exhaustion?
Yeah.
No, because it didn't really affect my barbarian until 2 points of it. So 1 point of exhaustion wasn't really a big deal.
I think you just have disadvantage on all ability checks. And rest, if I remember correctly. Page 181. Anyways, as you arrive to Cloudburst College, floating in the sky above a small island is a large inverted dome of which you can see 3 large towers hanging off of. Islington will point up and then tell them to drop the rowboat for you so that you may make your way to Cloudburst College. Is there anything you'd like to say before leaving your brother?
I would like to thank him for his time, apologize for the men he lost, and I would like to also thank him for the poison and ask how I can get one of those big black swords.
He says, years in time. That's how
You
you
gotta
get
be
more.
born with it.
As we leave, I'm just gonna wave and say, "I hope you get better at sailing."
He will shake his head at you. Zanvin, he will take you aside before leaving and
Okay.
say, "You owe me." It's the
Sounds
only thing it
good.
says.
And then I'll give him the society bump.
Yeah. Ching! He does it right back to you.
Hell yeah.
Don't need that one. Cloudburst.
We are at Cloudburst. Ooh, look at that.
Hey.
Suspended above, as I had said, the small island, 2 waterfalls fall from the center tower that drip down the side of the actual floating fortress itself and off and into the main water below of the ocean. These 3 huge towers, one of which you can see the water falling from, the other has a swirling tornado on it, and the third is being struck by lightning repeatedly. And you can make out the peaks of several buildings.
And they're Jewish here?
They're not Jewish, no. That is a magic summoning circle.
Oh.
Whoever made my asset pack is probably, may or may not be Jewish. Who knows? But yes.
I was schwitzing like Meshuggah over here.
As you get close and are rowing, actually, who is rowing? I assume Melloc, right?
The littlest one?
Yeah, I know, right?
Absolutely not.
I'm using my hands like fucking scoops and pushing a boat.
I'm just plucking
Wide
away at the
stroking
loot,
it.
Yeah.
recanting tales of
I always
damsels
wide
who I've
stroke
lain
it.
with.
Are you flying Stolas or are you hanging out in the boat?
I'm just hanging out in the boat.
She's got to rest sometimes. She's nocturnal.
Zanvin, are
Or
you
he. Sorry, I always say she.
are you taking a note from your brother and just like standing on the bow like he did, like George Washington in that painting?
That's how I
One
always
more.
stand on the boat.
Perfect.
Can I push him off?
I mean,
You can make
Do
a
it.
strength athletics check.
I'm standing just like this on the foot of the boat or on the top of the boat.
You should make a dexterity saving throw, Zanvin.
Dexterity is 18. 14 plus
Shit.
4.
Okay, you said it was strength
A strength athletics check.
and athletics.
Athletics check plus your strength bonus.
Oh,
Uh,
I'm sorry.
Just give me the number for athletics because it has strength already figured in.
Oh, it does. It's a +5 and it's a 15.
Yeah. You go to push him and he just kind of kick flips out of the way of your hand
Damn it.
Get wrecked, boy. I would like to offer Burn 1 carton of blackberries as a apology for the inconvenience of taking a nice rest.
Oh my god, thank you so much. I tossed him off the side of the boat.
All right, well, I have 2 cartons of blueberries now. Blackberries.
I would like to take the time as Dungeon Master to let you know that May is Scurvy Awareness Month.
I am going to use
Is it really?
my mage
Yes.
hand to scoop those blueberries up and eat them.
I threw
Because
them
blueberries
off the
are lit.
boat.
Yeah, the,
Mage hand.
And I got mage hand. I'm gonna scoop them motherfuckers up right into my mouth.
you begin to feed yourself like a Greek deity.
I was about to say, you just said it was scurvy month.
Now
So
he's
you need-
drinking-
You better eat your berries. You need that vitamin C.
All right. Your brother's vessel departs as you take his
Berries,
rowboat,
vitamin C.
embossed with his name on it on the side. As you get close to the college, you can see that one waterfall is actually flowing the opposite direction. It's flowing up,
Oh,
and the
shit.
other is flowing down. And as you get the rowboat close, it begins to take as gravity shifts, and you are pulled
Oh my god.
hundreds of feet into the air to this floating fortress.
Hell yeah.
Well, there's a lot of good news to be had here because I've been to some colleges before. There's something for everybody here, and you know, even if you look hard enough, I'm pretty sure Burn can find some picture books.
Wow.
Ouch.
What the fuck is wrong with you people?
Wow.
I've only fucking saved our asses several times.
Just tell my friend.
You're
Melek is the only one that I get along with? Jesus.
You insulted my brother who was doing us a huge favor.
He's not even your actual
Huge favor.
brother.
You don't know that.
I love you guys.
I don't even know what it said about your stupid, ugly brother.
As
I think
begin
you
to-
said he looked like an emo or something.
No, I didn't.
That was
I
definitely
think
me.
that
but
was, yeah.
it was
it was like-
definitely Burn. Yes, Burn. How could you insult his brother so?
Can't burn.
I'm losing control of this situation very fast. As you ascend to the top of this floating fortress, there is a small bridge that has a gate on it. The gate is kind of this wrought iron that is meant to filter ships or small vessels so that you can stop them. It closes as 2 younger men look at you from the bridge above and greet you and extend a rope ladder down for you to climb up onto the bridge,
Nice.
which would be down here where my cursor is. And they ask you how they can be of service today.
Oh my god, where do we even start? Okay, we need to solve the problem of
Of
that
a murder
glowing
knight.
blue skull guy. I don't even know what he is. What was he again?
I don't
Murder
know.
Knight. Be like, look, we saw this suit of armor. We may have accidentally turned the key the wrong way. We got our shit clocked, and now there's this
Oh, y'all
demon,
did. I didn't.
blue demon soul knight. Yeah, I mean, if it was a wolf, Burn would have been fucked, but it was a
Yeah,
Soul
Soul
Knight.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
so
the
you-
only one smart enough not to attack it.
It was a death knight, I believe.
I didn't attack it either.
you guys just 2 random people that you just met, and you just start disclosing all of the secrets you have to them.
Yeah, like who the hell are we talk to about a skull knight or whatever?
We need to speak to the head of the college. Where might we go to get an audience with one such as them?
The 2 young men are just flabbergasted at how much information you have given them, and are shocked and awed enough to the point to where they see 4, decently armed adventurers. One of which they have never seen, which is this tiny little man with a lute.
Oh, that's right. You must be shocked. Let me introduce myself. I am Melok the Magnificent, and these useless whores are the rest of Gavin's guild.
Garrett's.
Garen's.
Garen's guild.
Jeremy's guild. Yeah, I love it.
Slaughter.
And then we can also say, and our friend Stolas here is on a campus tour.
That's right.
That's right. We're helping him move in. Him move in. It's a boy. Gender play.
The two gentlemen look at him, Herstulus, the bird, and they do. Yep. And they will take you off to the student store for potential admissions.
A T-shirt, probably.
Probably.
Right?
Out of the t-shirt
Pay
wand
$300
gun.
for some textbooks. Have fun.
I came to Cloudburst College and all I got was this lousy T-shirt.
There
Not
you
like a
go.
cool floating castle or like water that flows the wrong direction. Nothing cool like that.
Yeah.
The other one will kind of look at you. He's older. You get the sense that he's been here so long that he just has become a permanent fixture at the college. He points to each of the towers and he says, well, it depends which master you want to talk to. He said, but you can take your pick of the three. And he puts his hands in his pocket and walks off.
Well, who are the three? Where are they? I
Yeah,
asked
why
you
are you
where they
walking
were.
away?
Yeah. This
Yeah.
conversation wasn't over, you rude little prick.
He turns-
You are standing in the presence of greatness.
he literally points and he says, well, it depends which master you want to talk to. We
All
have
right, and what are my options?
water, wind, and lightning.
Okay, Avatar. What do you guys want to do? Kind of like
He
the
says-
idea of wind.
We could go. You also could go to the library. I'm headed off to get a drink. If you want something to drink, that's where I was
Wow.
going.
I think you and I just became friends.
He rolls his eyes at you.
Just called him a prick.
Yep.
30 seconds ago.
Yeah, it's old
Um,
news. Time to go drink.
Water under the bridge.
Oh,
Reverse
just
water.
nose at you.
Why didn't you
yeah.
guys just split up and like each one of you choose one to go to?
I'm gonna go to the library.
Okay, we have. Let me pick a good color here. So, Burn is headed off to the library. Stolas is at the student store. Melok, are you headed to the tavern?
Absolutely. I'm getting ready a list of tavern songs.
And Zanvin, where are you headed?
So there's a tower of lightning, the tower of wind. You said there's a tower of water.
Mhm.
I had to the tower of
Ironically.
lightning.
Okay. It is the smallest of the three towers, both in diameter and height.
What is with you in describing girth and length of things?
Not how it was supposed to go,
For
but
the third time
that's
this
how it's
episode.
going, man. Yeah, you head to the smallest tower. As
Stop.
lightning strikes it. I don't know. Do you want me to say it?
It's
You
gonna be
head to the Chodius Tower and
exactly what he
Cody was
Tower
really
wider than it is tall.
it's
but-
not very tall, but it's real wide.
That's not how.
And
what I
there's
said.
veins all along the side of it.
Oh my god. Burn, take 500 damage.
And you notice a smell that's
You're
reminiscent
dead.
of-
Goodbye, Burn. It's one of
Okay, so I'm at the Tower of Lightning.
you head to the Tower of Lightning, but I'm
Is
gonna
there
start with
doors at the
Stolas.
Tower of Lightning.
Stolas, you're in the student store.
The shaft.
I'd like to investigate what's in here. Is there anything worth?
Oh man. So inside the student store, based off of your first look, first of all, there's all kinds of different like school swag, like Cloudburst College, football team, the Cloudburst College Quidditch team. There's water bottles and textbooks and backpacks, and there's my first wand kits.
Eraser.
Yeah, exactly. Overpriced erasers, pens, and pencils. Everything you would need to enroll as a new student. And the enrollments office is here as well.
I already want to cast hellish rebuke on this whole building.
The cashiers are way too peppy.
Okay.
Burn it down.
I'd like
Oh,
to ask one of these people here what benefit to becoming a student of Cloudburst Colleges.
Do you want to ask the young handsome Minotaur or the shaved head elf, whose gender we shall weave secret?
I'm not talking to some elf. I'll just talk to the Minotaur.
Okay. You can make out his name is Manny.
Okay, Manny, could you please?
What's up, my dude?
He's a Minotaur.
He's got his arms crossed. What can I direct you to today?
I'd like to know a little bit more about the benefits to becoming a student of Cloudburst College.
Oh, totally. He's like, we teach elemental adaptation for wizards, witches, warlocks, and sorcerers. We have all kinds of different programs. If you're looking to get like a 4-year degree, or like a 6-year degree, or 132nd year degree, depending, how long you live, man.
Okay. Is there anything you can teach me in a couple of days at most?
Oh, no. We have a whole library though. If you're just looking to like peruse for knowledge, we also have like if you want to buy exotic animals that are kind of like air, water, or lightning themed. We also got a pretty bitchin' tavern. Smash cut to Melloc. Melloc, you walk in, and it is a row of statues of dolphins that are all spitting ale across each other, the tavern, into each other's mouths. And it kind of like comes out the blowhole and into the mouth. It's kind of crazy.
Oh, that is a little homoerotic.
Dude, we're just sticking with it tonight. That's how we're doing. You look around, and there's all kinds of little tables with each of them has a glass ball on it. And you don't see a bartender. Well, how do you proceed?
Are there other patrons in there?
There's one old man, the guy that you insulted on the bridge, who has.
That's it? There's just one other dude?
Yep.
Well, so I guess it's going to be this kind of drinking tonight. All right, well, tell me your story. Everyone's got one, and you probably got a bunch of them. You're past the better side of the fence.
It seems to be tapping on this spherical crystal ball on the table, and as he does, he kind of looks at you and he smiles and he starts launching into his story about how he came to become the master of the arcane and all kinds of different magics. And
Really?
as he says that, a hand comes out of a portal holding 2 tankards, and it sets it on the table and then disappears back through the portal.
Wow. That is a good trick. What do
He
you
said,
mean, master of the arcane?
My name's David. I'm the master of wind.
Eats a lot of beans.
Yes, really.
Well, this might be kind of fun after all, because as you may or may not be able to tell, I am a bard, and I do have an affinity for wind instruments.
He looks at you and he says, like, what kind? Bagpipes?
A flute, bagpipes too, yes. Would you like to make a song together?
He says, better yet, I challenge you to make a better song than me.
Well. Any instruments?
As long as they're wind-based, as it kind of smiles at you. He says, I tell you what, if you can beat me in the weekly contest, as we call it, and he points over to a large placard that has names and kind of graphing and charts, and you see his name, David, at the top. And it says days since beaten, and it just has less 30 years on it. Do you agree to his challenge? He will offer you some sort of information or a prize of your choosing.
Yes, absolutely.
If you can
As I
beat him.
said before, you are standing in the presence of greatness. Melloc the Magnificent. To turn down a challenge, well, simply not in my nature.
Okay.
I'm sorry to have to humiliate you in front of all your students, though. But I'm
You
sure to
laugh.
be a good sport.
He says, I will give you an hour to gather what you need, and I will meet you back here once class has ended.
An hour?
Mhm.
Well, good. All right. I'll tally ho.
All right. Smash cut to Burn. Burn, you enter the Arthur E. Umbrella Library.
Noise.
It is. There's a lot of books, my dude.
There's so many books. Like,
So many books.
why are there so many books in here?
I don't know. Where,
'Cause
how
it's
would
a
you like to
library.
start?
Find a librarian.
Yeah. You well, first of all, are you staying on the main level, or are you gonna like just kind of wander and get lost? How does Burn attack the bookstore or
Well,
library?
Burn isn't the brightest dude, so he knows he's not gonna find whatever he's looking for by himself. So he's gonna get help.
Okay. Sitting behind the desk is a large, bespectacled elephantine man who is holding a book with his trunk. His spectacles kind of sitting lower on his trunked face and kind of wrap around his tusks so that he can kind of have that librarian trope of having glasses too low as he looks up at you kind of lazily. And he closes the book with his trunk and he says, yes, how can I help you today, sir?
Well, I don't really know.
Hmm.
I need information on a creature.
Okay. He stands up as his chair groans under his gargantuan weight as he begins to trump off. And he says, follow me. And he trumps. 16 minutes later, you have reached the top level of the library where magical creatures and dictums are kept. So what kind of creature were you looking for?
What did we say he was?
Oh, you can't ask them. They're not there.
Oh, he was like a fuck. I don't remember. What he was like a glowy skeleton that could float and shit.
He's undead.
Yeah, undead's fair.
He lets out a heavy sigh. We're in the wrong section. And he
God
heads
damn
all the
it.
way back down the stairs. To believe it or not, a section that you are more or less familiar with it being kind of religious texts and
Okay.
multiple different things about undead. And he said, this is our religion / imminent death section for creatures of undeath. And
Maybe like a death knight.
he says, yeah, he said, that's going to be section 33, middle shelf, red book.
Sweet.
Cool beans.
I'm gonna scoop that up.
All right. He asks you for your student ID so that you may check it out.
I don't have one.
He just looks at you and he says, what?
Well, I'm just visiting, and they told me I could wander around. I wasn't planning on taking the book with me. I just wanted to read it.
Oh, he kind of like gestures over. There's he says, well, wait, we have chairs. Chairs.
Cool.
So if you go to the third floor, he said, more of my brethren like to read up there, and the chairs are a little sturdier.
All right, cool.
All right. As you take your book about Death Knights and walk up the stairs.
Cool.
Sandman, smash cut to you. You are staring at this tower.
Thank you.
There are 3 doors. Well, one in the middle, one left, and one right. All of which are metallic. Which door would you like to enter?
I'd like to enter the middle door, but I'll put my gloves on because I feel like I'm gonna get shocked if I touch a metallic door in a building of lightning and thunder.
All right. So you go through the middlemost door. Nothing happens.
Hey,
There's a stairway that leads up to the next level.
I will take the stairway.
Okay. It layers out, and you come through the spiral staircase into a room where there are now 3 doors set to the outside of the tower. Do you want to take the closest, the middlest, or the furthest door?
Furthest door.
Furthest door. Make a dexterity saving throw as you grab the handle with your gloves.
16 plus 4 is 20.
Okay, you open the door and are struck by a bolt of lightning for 3 points of damage.
Jesus
Hell
freaking
yeah.
Christ. Fuck you, Dean.
Okay, it's not the furthest door. Do you want to take the middle door or the closest door?
The middle door.
Middle door. Okay, you proceed to the next level.
God damn.
You walk around the outside of the tower as lightning arcs down around. You can see it hitting metal tines at the top of the tower, and then watch it flow as it pulses down through the tower of these different metallic tracks. You kind of parkour your way through the Assassin's Creed puzzle on the outside of the castle or tower, and reach the third floor, which has 3 ladders. Would you like to take the left, the middle,
God.
or the right?
The school is
Oh,
not
and they're metal.
handicap accessible, so I would like to make complaints. But
Sure.
I'll take the middle one.
Okay. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my gosh. Another 16 plus 4 is 20.
Okay. You take 2 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Do you
Jesus.
want to take the left or the right ladder?
I'll leave this fucking place. I'll take the left one.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
15 plus 19.
Okay. Take 2 points of damage.
Oh no, I'm gonna die in this place.
You have full health. Do you want to take the right ladder? I'm assuming.
Oh shit. Hang on 1 second. Sorry, let me calculate something real quick. So it's 3, 2, and 2.
Mhm.
Okay.
You should have full health too, by the way.
Yeah, I'll take the rightmost ladder. Or I guess the one that I haven't taken yet.
Yes. You make it up to the 4th floor, in which there are 3 fire poles that you can climb.
Oh god, what the F is
Left,
this place?
middle, or right?
I will do left.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
3 plus 4 is 7.
Take 4 points of damage.
Oh no. All right.
Would you
Okay,
like to
can
take the
Can
middle
I take
or
a
right
potion
pole?
of healing before I take another
Sure.
choice?
You could take a short rest too if you want to. You just like sit on this floor for like an hour.
Well, how much hit points will that heal?
You can heal all the way up to whatever your hit dice are. So 3d8, if I remember off the top of my head correctly, plus your Constitution
I
modifier.
roll 3 d8s plus. Okay, I'll
Up
take a
to
short
3.
rest.
Yeah, okay. You take a short rest. We will come back to you. Stolas.
I hate
Shooting
this.
store.
I hate this store, so I'm just gonna go to the Tower of the Wind. Out of curiosity.
Okay. You head over to the Tower of the Wind, in which is set 1 door.
One door.
1 door. It's slightly wider and taller than the other tower that is being struck by lightning, but not quite as large as the middle tower and the central platform with water rolling up it and coming back down the other side. Do you enter through the 1 door?
Yeah. I have no reason not to be scared. This poor Zanvin over there getting zapped.
Okay.
Not having a good time.
you see that as you enter, there's like a negative pressure as you walk through the door, as air sucks in behind you, and the door kind of comes closed behind you. As you attempt to walk back out the door, you realize the pressure is strong enough that it is holding the door shut. So, looking around, it's kind of this honeycomb-shaped room with swirling wind vortexing through. Would you like to proceed to the first level?
I would.
Sure. Give me an intelligence saving throw.
Okay, where's my second? Wait, which one? I guess which skill would that be?
It would just be under saving throws at the top, and it would say intelligence, so whatever your intelligence modifier is. Plus
Okay,
a D20.
gotcha. Okay, gotcha. That would be a 17.
Yeah, you are able to make it through this honeycomb-like structure with relatively ease. Thinking about the books that you've read and weather patterns and that kind of thing, it's pretty easy flight through this first couple stories, or the first story, excuse me. As you begin to reach the second level, it branches out into like tree trunks. So you come through this this octagonal hole in the floor that was like this honeycomb, and now there are like trees that are growing out of the side of the rounded walls as you fly through them. Go ahead and give me some dexterity acrobatics.
That would be an 11.
Okay. You take 12 points of damage
Ow.
as you try to fly through the thick canopies of the trees at great speed. With the wind kind of pushing you up, you are cheese grated through these really sharp, thorny trees. Trying to correct yourself, go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
That would be also an 11.
Oh no. You take 4 more points of damage. Do you want to continue to try and through this canopy, or do you want to land and try and find a way out or down?
I think I'm a little bit more curious than I am worried about my safety. So
Okay.
I'd like to at least heal myself with one of my jar of salve.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's the D4. How many ointment uses are you using?
It's I think I have 4, so I'll just
They're a D4 each, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
Got a 3. And I'll use 2 of them.
Okay.
I got a 3 and a 4.
Nice. Okay. You're able to apply this ointment while kind of hanging out in the boughs of this tree. I will give you a chance to either use investigation or dexterity. Dexterity is you just kind of bowling forward. Investigation is you looking for the correct path through these twisted, gnarled branches.
Well, both of them have the same modifier, so
Oh no.
let's see. That would be a 17
Okay.
modifier.
Which one would you like to use?
I will use
Investigate.
investigation. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, you're able to find this kind of tiny hold path that leads through the boughs, and you're able to kind of gently glide your way through it, reaching the 3rd level.
Okay.
As you reach the 3rd level, coming through this thick canopy of trees, you can see spider webs, large, stringy webs that were made from giant arachnids in this level. How would you like to proceed? Would you like to attempt to fly with strong wind that is kind of vortexing through the walls? Would you like to attempt to like climb through the web, or are you just going to go straight ahead?
Is there a way to go through this area without going near the spider webs, or is it just you have to go through them?
So the hardest thing about it is it's not that you have to go through them, it's that the wind is starting to pick up and become stronger, that it's going to be hard to avoid them, if that makes
I
sense.
see. Okay.
And they're kind of like, so if you think of it as a circle, they're kind of going from one side to the other and making these elaborate webs as it kind of tangles its way through. Or if you can think of another way, if you have a spell or something like that you'd like to use, I will allow that.
Let me look through my spells real quick.
Sure.
Would I? Oh, because I don't see any spiders, so I can't really use it on anything. I'm gonna risk trying to fly past, maybe to avoid the spider webs.
Okay.
I'd rather not touch those.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a dexterity acrobatics check as you try to fly through.
Okay. That'd be a 17.
Yeah, no problem. So you're able to fly through the first third. Go ahead and give me 2 more.
Okay. That would be a 9
Ooh. Okay.
and a 15.
Okay. You make it through. However, colliding into some of these webs has like stuck some of your feathers together. So it's going to take you some time on this next level to kind of sit and pick out the webs in your wings as you reach the top.
Okay. Oh, would that count like as a short rest or something, or?
Yes. Yep. Be about 10 minutes to an hour, depending on how thorough you want to be.
I'd like to be very thorough.
Okay.
Also, about how much would that heal me from the damage I took?
You can use your hit dice. So I think Warlock's also a D8. It's it should say somewhere on the page. You have 1 hit dice per level, so you can heal up to 3d8 plus your Constitution modifier for each roll.
Okay, awesome.
Perfect. Smash cut back to Devin. Devin, about an hour has passed. How are you?
Okay,
preparing?
well, I have been vigorously preparing which song I'm going to do on the bagpipes.
Okay.
And it is Blue Lagoon, widely regarded as the most difficult song to play on the bagpipes. Period.
Oh.
Bar none. And I'm going to bust it out and hopefully wow these sons of bitches.
Nice.
Hello?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry, I
Okay.
turned the volume down on accident on my thingy.
Oh, you're totally fine. Is there any other way that you want to prepare? Anything you want to bring as this crowd is showing up to the Broken Tree Tavern?
No, I've got my me, and I've got my chest is puffed out, my chin is as high in the air as it'll go, and I'm strutting myself up to. Is there a stage? Is it a circle?
There is. It is a small circular stage that, as you stand on it, it's not. Let me actually back up a little bit. Not so much a stage as a disc descends from the roof. And as you stand on it, it's just a thin wall of force that will kind of elevate you to the top of the room at a perfect level where everyone can see you. And
What's the demeanor of the crowd?
Oh, they're excited. Everyone always gets excited when David is challenged to. As you kind of lean on the disc, left or right, you can tell that the disc will spin depending on which way you'd like to go. And it also sets off some pulsing blue kind of lights underneath your body.
Oh, cool. So I'm just going to stick my arms both out to their sides. Ladies and gentlemen, I humbly came to your island in the pursuit of knowledge with some friends of mine. I am pleased to have been so graciously welcomed here. Thank you for coming to a show of Melloc the Magnificent. Although I was not expecting to be challenged, I have prepared a small little ditty so to play for you all to hear.
Yay.
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 All right, go ahead and roll performance.
Am I going first?
Yes, you are. You are the
Okay.
challengee.
Without further ado,
Challenger?
ladies and gentlemen,
Challenger.
The Blue Lagoon by Peter R. MacLeod. And my performance is going to come to a modified 21.
Perfect. Yeah, you play the entirety of the song, and everyone really enjoys it. The crowd is just wild. Nice.
Playing 8-bit?
I mean, it's probably free that way, huh?
No, that's what a bagpipe sounds like when it's
Oh.
played like super rapidly like that.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Shut up.
Yeah. As the disc descends down, David kind of laughs at you, but claps respectfully. And he claps you on the shoulder and hands you a tall beer as he will climb on the disc. He is not holding any instruments as he begins to stand.
What a cocky bastard.
The room separates as wind fills the entirety of the hall in the Broken Tree, as the roof opens. On the inside of the roof, on close inspection, are multiple different kinds of wind instruments. Horns, trumpets, flutes, all kinds of different things that you could name. Bassoons. I'm running out of wind instruments. that I
Didgeridoo.
know. Sure, didgeridoo. Pan
Piccolos.
flute. Piccolos.
Piccolos.
If you ask, what was that guy? Lil Yachty? A cello.
Oh no. As he raises up on the disc, he kind of rolls up his sleeves Mickey Mouse style, and he throws one hand in the air as the wind at his command begins to blow through all his instruments, as he begins to play an entire orchestra by himself. While he's conducting the winds around, he works in stylish flows of prestidigitation to make fireworks and sparks and all kinds of big explosions to make the performance level just a little bit higher than what you were doing, Devin. To really, really just give it to the crowd on his first go around. So, for his performance, 22. Wow, didn't beat you by much there. As his disc descends and the roof stays open. He said, that was round one. The crowd will decide, Devin. So go ahead and roll D100s for me.
Okie dokie. 74.
Nice. Sorry, I dropped my dice on the ground. Oh my god. Can you see this, I wonder? Pull the computer over. Well, 75, Devin. That's what I rolled. We're going to call that a draw because of how close it is. The audience has had a stalemate and they're chanting for a round two.
Wow. I must
Dave-
admit, it was quite the show. I wasn't aware that we were using magics as well. Although I guess I should have assumed. Still, that being said, with your grandois performance and my humble playing of a simple bagpipe instrument, held you to a good round there.
You did, yes, my lad, you did. It's been some time since I've been challenged. I'm a little rusty. He says, do you need more time to prepare or shall we proceed? with the
Tell
second
me,
song?
sir, have you ever come across my teacher in your travels?
Oh,
His
depends
name
on-
was Garen. That is whom I learned this craft from.
Garen the dwarf with the
Garen?
drum.
Garen with the drum. That's quite right.
Yes, he doesn't live very far from here, does he?
Well, he doesn't live at all anymore.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
You drop the bombshell and you see him just shed. Oh, that's a fat one. He just begins bawling.
Oh, don't worry about it. Don't let this affect your performance at all. Like that would happen.
Jerk. He says, yeah, go ahead. You go play. You go play
Okay.
for Garen.
Certainly. Are we still sticking to wind instruments?
Yes, we are.
Of course. Okay, right on.
You could add percussion in Garen's honor if you'd like.
And percussion?
Yes.
Certainly. And I think I shall. I am going to now attempt to play Blue Lagoon backwards and sped up by 3. And I'm also going to have a flute sticking out of one of my nostrils that I'm going to play as an aside for that.
Okay.
So I'm really trying to get tricky here. And I'll be launching off some spells as we do this. I've got dancing lights going around. Yeah, dancing lights. I'll pop off a magic missile. You know,
What are you aiming at, if I may ask?
no, just up and around, not to harm, just a spot where it's clear in the air.
May,
Like a
may I
firework.
add a potential idea?
Sure.
Being that the inside of the tavern is lined with instrumentation, you could probably sabotage some of his instruments with a magic missile if you were to shoot it out there, causing them to go out of tune.
Well, sure, but I'll try to make it look like an accident.
Oh, okay.
And then I do have Mage Hand actually going around, legitimately untuning his instruments. As I
Oh.
play.
Why don't you, because of the concentration level
Yeah,
going
there's a
on,
lot going on right there. So
let's do this. I will roll a d6 and we'll take that off your total roll. How does that sound?
okay,
Just for make it difficulty. That's a 4.
okay.
So go ahead and roll with all your modifiers and everything.
Yeah, let me pull up my thing here real quick, even though I just had it up.
No worries.
Stats, proficiencies. Okay. We've got a modified 17.
Nice. Okay. Not quite as good as the first one, but the crowd still loves it as you descend down. I'm going to take disadvantage on this roll, just kind of due to you made him cry, you untuned some of his instruments, stuff like that.
But what did you roll?
I haven't rolled yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So great job. 17. He climbs up there, and David's still kind of distraught, stands up, and he snaps his fingers as the beach balls appear. And he throws his voice out. He says, "Brother!" You kind of wait. And you hear a "what?" across the bar. He says, "Make it rain," as it begins to pour. And he will start playing a lament for Garen. Fuck, you messed his name up. For Garen.
So he's got beach
Jesus.
balls going out like it's a party, and then
Yep. And made it rain to get it wet.
now he's singing sad songs.
Yep. And he's doing some lights, and everybody's got their proverbial thumb up that has fire coming off of it because, Mage College.
Purple rain.
Oh, no.
Rain.
So I would have killed you. I crit on one dice, and I rolled a 4 on the other dice. That's a total of 10. So he loses this round.
So his voice is cracking, and
Oh, yeah. He's just losing
Yeah.
composure.
okay, I'll be like, friend, I'm gonna before he finishes this
Mhm.
travesty of a show, ever being the humble and comforting Melloc,
Always.
I'm going to walk out on stage as he's bawling and just sort of comfort him. I'm going to pat him on the back and be like, it's okay. We could do this another time. You want to go talk? Maybe we could share stories of him. He wouldn't like this. This is not. No. Let's go.
Perfect. Yeah, you pull him down. The roof will close as the rain stops. The beach balls disappear, the lights disappear, and everybody disperses as the bartender behind it takes to the blackboard and writes 30 years, and then it says 1 victory under his name, under the leaderboard, as Melloc is being etched in chalk.
You can get your t-shirts later.
Smash cut back to Burn. Burn, you're reading. How's
Hell
that
yeah.
going for you?
It's going pretty good.
Yeah?
What sound does the A make?
Wow, 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 wow.
It sounds a lot like any crowd you play for. Oh,
Burns just killing it today.
He's got them one.
Damn,
letter
Dean,
right
are
now.
you a barista? Because this roast just got dork.
dork fast.
Dang. Yeah, you are able to catch up on Legends and Lore of Death Knights. And from what you can tell, there's not a lot of names, but in the original wars of the Arcanums of the different schools, fighting in what's called the Blackest Night, a necromancer had taken over 70% of the entire world.
Oh.
And they were repelled by legendary heroes wielding weapons of great power. Some of them are described as masks, some of them are described as keys, some are described as just everyday objects wielding power. But you believe based on their description, that they were very, very, very strong necromancers. And whatever you freed or have been sold, well, we'll say this to you actually. The Death Knight classification of what you did, thinking back on it, not only at one point was he a paladin, but he was a paladin that has turned to evil.
Uh-oh.
On top of that, you get the sense that he has lost his corporeal form and that the key is somehow sustaining his soul within the armor.
Okay.
So usually Death Knights are raised and used as, like high-level commanders.
Right.
So whatever you freed is definitely beyond the normal Death Knight.
Okay. Is there... Okay, let me go back to the elephant guy.
Yeah.
Let me ask him, are there any books I can read about these ancient weapons that were used to defeat these Death Knights?
He gets very, very quiet. Go ahead and give me a charisma, let's say persuasion, and I'll give you advantage being that you're a knight of the realm.
Okay, I also have, well, my persuasion is already a +2. So.
Yeah.
12.
12 total?
Yeah.
He kind of looks down at you and he says, those kinds of questions are kept in the archives. He says, I, unfortunately, as he kind of looks around, do not have access to the archives. He says a little bit louder than he should. But you could go ask one of the masters for access to the archive. And then he shuts a book and he says, was there anything else I could do for you, sir?
Which master would you recommend I ask?
He said, oh, man. He said, well, David's kind of an ass, unless you can beat him at this stupid contest. He says, Talthane lives in a tower full of lightning and just doesn't like students. We don't even know why he teaches here. Half the time, he doesn't even come to the meetings. It's just me and my oldest brother, Rick.
Okay. It's just those two?
He says, yeah. Well, David, Talthane, and Rick.
Okay, I'm going to go to David.
All right. You head towards Stolas' tower. Rick is the master of wind.
No, I said David.
Oh. Yeah. Sorry. That's David. David's the master of wind.
Yeah, I'm not about to go to a tower.
Yes, that is where they reside most of the time.
Yeah.
Unbeknownst to you, he's with Melloc.
Oh, shit. That's right.
Smash cut back to Zach. You're on the 4th of 5 levels, Zach.
Yes.
You've taken your rest. There is 4. 4th level is the one that you're on currently. You have tried the far most left fire pole. Do you want to take the middle or the right one?
I will take the... Wait, so I recover my hit points, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's 3d8, I think you said?
Yes.
Okay.
3d8 plus con.
Okay. So 7. Okay, so I'm good. I'm back to full health.
Okay.
What were my 2 door options again? I'm sorry.
They are fire poles that you were trying to shimmy up.
Yes.
You tried far left and got shocked. You have middle and right left.
All right. Well, I'm getting super annoyed by this whole thing, and I'm probably going to kill whoever is at the top of this tower because this is the worst thing ever. I'd like to prepare a vial of poison in my katana that my brother gave me, and I'm going to go to the middle. The middle.
Dexterity saving throw.
Oh no! Okay, this guy's definitely getting poisoned. 13.
Okay, you take 4 points of damage.
I'm sorry, plus 4 is 17.
You take 2 points of damage.
Okay, so I am back to 16.
And then I would try the far right.
Yes. My
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
You are able to shimmy your way up the ladder, or excuse me, the pole. And standing there are 3 hatches leading to the roof.
Oh boy. How are they arranged? Just one left, right, middle.
Triangularly, right? The top, left, right.
I would like to investigate to see if there's anything I can notice about any of these that seem different than the other.
Hey, now we're using our D&D player minds. Let's
Oh.
go.
Uh,
Yeah, go ahead.
22, 18 plus 4.
Yes, the far left one seems to be rusted over from disuse.
Okay, so
Uh,
definitely not that one. You said that was the
the-
far left.
Yep. The middle one, looking closer upon it, it's actually just set into the stone. Like, not as like a functional door. Like, if you were to open it, you think that either something will fall out or you'll get shocked. You have no clue.
Okay.
The far right one, however, looks as if it is a normal.
Yeah, I'll do that
Usable.
one. Sorry, it's been a long day, so I feel like my D&D mind is not working. I'll do the
No,
one
you're
that
fine.
I believe to be safe.
Yeah, so you get one of those like 80s like attic ladders that pops down
Oh,
and like unfolds
noise.
as you make your way up. Sitting at the top, there is a cloud of mist, and a booming voice says, "Why have you entered my sanctum?" As lightning arcs through the sky, hitting multiple different metallic pylons on the parapets of the top of the tower that you see kind of pulse as they filter down through the tower.
All right. I would like to say that I seek knowledge for a being that we have come into contact with. And I was told that this tower may have the answers that we seek.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
God damn it. Ooh, 18 plus 4 is 22.
A bolt of lightning leaps past you, purposefully going wide.
Mhm.
He says, "That's the only reason you have come?" Is coming from the mist. You can't quite make out. You can see the trail of the afterglow of where the lightning had struck through the air, but the voice seems to be coming from a different direction, as if he's moving, kind of testing you.
And I will say, yes, we believe that this creature has far-reaching ramifications for us all. We've come to seek knowledge in Cloudburst College.
He says, "And why have you chosen my tower?" As lightning strikes. Make another dexterity saving
This
throw.
guy's a fucking asshole. I can't wait till he gets off his fucking cloud. That was a 17 plus 4 is 21.
Nice. Yeah, goes harmlessly streaking past you. What did I ask? I asked something.
Yeah, he asked a question.
I forgot what I just asked.
Why did I choose his tower?
Oh, yes.
And then I said that, my associates and I are each investigating one of the 3 towers, and I was assigned to this one.
He laughs, booming laughter. He says, "You drew this short straw, huh?" He says, "Just describe your creature." As lightning crackles around you, but no bolt comes this time.
All right, we're in business. Well, he was kept several layers beneath the earth by our master, our mentor, Garen. And we have awoken him from a slumber that he was imprisoned in. And he is a dark knight with blue flames, very powerful. And he is now roaming our world, seeking vengeance for those who placed him in this prison.
Make a strength saving throw.
17 minus 1 is 16.
Okay, failure. You are grabbed from behind as you're kind of like, I assume you're skulking through the mist, kind of like trying to be on your toes.
Yeah. It's a good way to put it.
You are grabbed at the waist, and as you look at the palm, it is giant size that has grabbed you.
Okay.
And has kind of put you to the ground, pinning you. As the mist lifts, you can make out this large giant, cloud giant. angry, very, very angry, as lightning arcs through his eyes. He says, "You have freed Tarthanis from Garen's basement."
Write that down.
Tarthanis.
And I'm gonna say I did not, but my associate did accidentally.
He says,
It's really Timbus's fault, frankly, but
he says, "You
I like
would
to try to lighten
blame-"
the mood with him with this elemental being.
He says, "You would blame one of the oldest guardians on Earth, who protects one of the most out of the way places."
He did such a good job of it.
You're not there, Devin.
And I will say, yes, he told us we had full reign of the place. And knowing that we've been with Garen since we were young, he knew we knew of all the different hidey holes in his rest.
He just shakes his head like full of rage. And he says, "And what is stopping me from throwing you off this tower now?" He said, "Why? Why? Why should I not? Because you've just doomed us again."
Because my brother is Islington.
Oh, make an intimidation check on that one.
Hell yeah, baby. 19 plus 2, 21.
Oh shit! I rolled an 11 plus a d6, which is 1 apparently for my made-up modifier on the spot. That's a 12.
Nice.
He straightens kind of a little bit, and he says, "Yes, I see. That would make sense." And he will let you out from under his hand. And he says, "Well, we have some work to do."
Yeah, we fucking do. Gonna make this shit right. You goddamn bolt me with lightning.
He says, "It would not be a challenge if you did not clear the first tower.
That's true. That's true.
Those who seek power and knowledge have trials to do." He says, "Gather your friends. Meet me at the Broken Tree Tavern by nightfall."
Yo, can you give me a lightning dagger or what?
He picks you up and throws you off the roof.
God damn it.
As you are like looking for your death, go ahead and give me a Constitution check and tell me what goes through your mind as you start to fall the 10 stories to the ground.
I like this dude. I like him a
well,
lot.
I'm falling and I'm thinking I should have bought that goddamn wrist mounted grappling gun. I'll tell you that much. You said what type of saving throw?
Constitution.
Okay, Constitution. I rolled a 17 plus 0.
Okay, well, you don't pee your pants on the way down, so that's good.
All right. And as let me see what I got. My equipment's here. Nope. Nothing I think can help me in this situation.
Can I maybe grab him?
You want to catch? Oh.
Yeah.
As you are nearing the last couple stories and you're ready for the splat, 2 large talons catch you as this huge thunderbird swoops through the sky.
God,
Oh.
that's a fucking dude.
There's Pontiac here?
Right?
Damn it. Every time. Yeah, catching you, setting
Oh
you
my
down
God,
quietly
Smokey and the Bandit.
as it returns back to the tower and then it mists over. You land the ground safely and fine.
Guy's a huge fucking douche.
Do you say that out loud?
No, God no. I'm thinking bad. I dust myself off and I head to the tavern to see if I can find my cohorts.
All right. Burn, you head over to the tower that Stolas is in. Actually, wait, no.
I
Stolas is
went to go find David.
Yes, he is the champion of wind, which ironically is where Stolas is at. And we're going to say that Zanvin heads over to Melloc. Stolas, you are able to pick the spider webs out from your feathers.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to continue upwards.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm gonna find anything, but if it's this much trouble trying to get up here, I'm too curious to ignore what might be up here. So I'm gonna continue on.
All right. Go ahead and give me a dexterity acrobatics check as you soar through these spider webs.
Yeah. That would be a 16.
Perfect. You make it through unharmed and with no issues. Okay. As the spider webs clear out, you reach the top of that and see that this next floor is kind of odd. There are windows with iron bands on them, stained glass of different colors, swirling through which you can see the wind kind of going by in dust motes. How do you proceed?
Could I maybe use my insight to inspect the area a little more?
Sure.
Okay. That would be a modified 24.
Okay. Nice. You reach into your pocket, Solus, and pull out some of the feathers that were kind of natted into your wings, and you hold them up to the wind and let go as they go through. Seeing as it passes through kind of the dimly lit windows, nothing happens. But as soon as the feathers in the vortex hit a bright colored window, like a red or a yellow or something like that, they burst into flame and are incinerated.
Oh boy.
So,
okay.
now that you know that, you're able to pick your path like relatively with ease. So go ahead and give me a dexterity acrobatics check with advantage as you try and fly through this maze of fiery windows.
How do I calculate the advantage again?
You roll 2d20 and take the highest result.
Okay.
How'd you do?
An 18?
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, you make your way through with no issue. You reach the top, of which you don't hear anything. It's actually like eerily quiet. Trying to describe it while thinking about it at the same time. The actual tower itself like looks hollow as you start to reach the top, and you can make out like a narrow path that runs from one side of the tower to the other, splitting it through the middle, in which there is a little dais kind of in the middle of the tower that the swirling wind kind of is gathered around. Sitting on which is a large air elemental, just blowing all kinds of air down inside the tower.
An air elemental.
Mhm.
Like a creature?
Mm-hmm. He's a creature from the plane of air, made of air.
Okay. Could I use detect thoughts on him?
You could try, or you could approach, however you want to do.
All right. Let me think here. Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead, and I don't have any reason to suspect that it's hostile, so
Okay.
I'll approach it.
Sitting on the chair, in this large chair that looks like as if it was made for a man, not necessarily an air elemental, it leans down, and as it does so, there is a stack of papers, and one singular sheet of paper flips up and begins to swirl around in the churning tornado of air. In doing so, you can kind of snatch it out of the air. And as you read it, it says, "This is a voucher for David's Tower. You have conquered the Tower of Air. Thank you so much for participating in the challenge. This is redeemable. One question from David. I will be at the Birkenshire Tavern if you need me. Thank you so much for your time. Yours, David."
Oh, okay.
You're David. It's in another castle.
God damn it.
You get the sense that this wind elemental kind of shrugs and just kind of goes back to sitting in this tower or this chair.
I feel you, bro. Okay.
On the upside, you can fly up and out now.
I know, right? I should have just done that. Just fly to the top. Okay. Well, I'm going to ask I don't even know if a wind elemental can talk, but I'm gonna ask him where this place is, this tavern here. I don't know my way around the school.
While he cannot speak, he is bright enough to understand what you're saying, and he channels all of his wind into a tunnel that you can feel it slowly sucking you as it kind of brings you around. And if you
hell
give
yeah.
in, he basically gives you like a boom tube from the top of the tower to the front of the Broken Tree Tavern as the wind slowly, gently just lets you ride down it.
Cool. I will glide down that thing. Awesome.
You see Zanvin, somewhat scorched, but approaching the tavern. And Burn, you look up as you see Stolas kind of glide from the top of the tower to the tavern.
Well, that worked out.
Yeah, really.
All right.
I still want to go in that tower.
Wow,
though.
Zanvin, you look
No,
like
I'm just
shit.
kidding.
I feel like shit.
We enter to Melloc, talking to David, who is crying into a beer.
Yeah, it's okay, buddy. Do you care to share anything about your experience? How did you even know him?
We're friends.
You're a lover of music.
He points to the wall where you can see Garen is a frat brother of his.
Oh,
He said, we're part of Clan Thunderbird. He could drink an entire pint in less than 3 seconds.
he could. He was a good man.
It's
You know,
great, man.
Actually, I 2.2.
Wow. He just starts throwing one back. At which point you see the rest of your team enter, somewhat frustrated, I would say.
Oh, yeah, this is kind of like my frat. Let me introduce you to Garen's Guild.
He starts crying again. Ah! Just
Yes,
bawling out every time he hears the voice.
Dude, we left you alone for like an hour. What happened?
Well, I went to go have a nice drink, and then this fine fellow here challenged me to a battle of the compositions, if you will.
As you say that, the room just erupts. Yeah! Ale is just like hoisted into the air, and they start chanting Melloc in the background.
Wow, I'm
And
so
what happened?
confused.
As it turns out, he was good friends with Garen. I told him about Garen's untimely demise, and here we are, drowning our sorrows, mostly his, drowning his sorrows.
He also will point out several photos of his band that he was in with Garen, where Garen played drums. Yeah. So, Devin, you have a question that you can ask, and Stolas, you do too.
So do I.
I'm more interested in speaking with him maybe at a later date about
Okay.
musics. and
Yeah,
things of that
he
nature.
seems pretty upset.
Yeah, right now I'm just gonna be comforting him, but when it's a better time, perhaps I'll speak on other matters.
Totally. Yeah, so he will kind of just spend the night telling you small stories about your mentor.
Well, you know what might really cheer these people up?
Hmm.
They saw us against each other, but what if we worked together to create a ditty?
Oh, his eyes go bright. He says, "Can I use the roof?"
Certainly. And as you might be the master of one element, sir, I am something of a master of another.
Yeah. Oh, well, please go on, dear Melloc.
Well, go ahead and start by tapping your foot.
He begins to rhythmically tap. Dum, dum, dum.
Now tell me, what did you want done to this roof?
Dum, 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 dum. He said, "Oh, we'll have Chad take care of it." He snaps his fingers, and you can't see it, but Stolas knows that the wind has changed according to her feathers as the roof begins to blow open as the large wind elemental Chad opens the roof for
Okay,
him.
well, I'm going to try to
Chad?
impress him
Yes.
by using the sound of his foot tapping to start creating magic. I'm just going to be spawning dancing lights around to start getting the show going a little bit.
Oh, nice.
You see,
yeah.
I can turn any noise, as long as it is somewhat rhythmic, into magic. Pure and raw.
He is very impressed. He looks at you, Stolas. Do you say Chad audibly? Stolas?
Yeah, I'm here.
Did you say Chad audibly?
No, that was more of like an internal thought. Sorry.
Oh, I was going to say I have a whole story for Chad if you're curious, but
Dude, I would love to hear about Chad.
all right, you say Chad audibly, and he says, "Yes, good fellow. He's my my intern from the plane of air. He sits in the tower, so I don't have to. Unlike my grumpy brother.
Your grumpy brother.
He will shoot a wink over towards Sandvin.
Yo.
He said, "I think that you've met him based on your attire. Scorch marks everywhere."
Fucking douche. Muttering that inside my own head, by the way.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah. He begins to retune all of his instruments very quickly, using his powers of air as the roof opens and the full symphony begins to gently kind of warm up and play. Kind
Is
of
there an
following your
actual
lead.
headmaster to this college?
Well, he says, "Well, technically, no. We take a vote between the three of us." He said, "Which is why we are the Masters 3." He said, "Everything is easier that way. We either are unanimous or one side has it."
As opposed to what? There's only two options.
Yes, exactly.
Where's Dean at? Did he go somewhere?
No,
Dean
right here.
has joined you.
Oh. No, I was he's like looking at his fan or something. I don't know.
What? Oh, sorry.
I was like, are you taking a shit or something?
No, right here.
That's funny. No, Devin, that's how he answers. He says basically they are the headmasters of the college and all work together through a system of voting, essentially between the three of them. So, and if you want to learn something, you have to prove that you can do it. Granted, most of their students, which you kind of have, gathered, not only is this a strong place to learn, elemental magics of water, wind, and air and lightning, but they do like practical applications, like helping boats sail through like hard weathers, learning different kind of enchantment magics.
Well, that's all well and good, I suppose. But tell me, how are your how are your studies of the arts here? What about your electives courses?
He
You
says,
must
"Oh,
offer some sort of enrichment.
yes, we have many a djinn that is always trying to get in and transfer over from our school in the plane of air.
A gin?
Oh, multiple of them. They're kind of
Not
assy,
quite what
though.
I was talking about. See, here, David, is what I think your college is severely lacking.
Yes, please proceed.
Uh, Dedicated musics teacher.
He gestures around him to all of the instruments he's
Professor.
playing simultaneously.
Indeed, yes, you play them, but I'm sure that your other responsibilities make it hard for you to, provide all the courses for these students. And besides, you said that you are quite limited to wind instruments. What about strings?
He smiles at you as he kind of nods his head to Chad as a piece of paper floats down, the same one that Stolas got. He says, "I don't have to tend to my duties in the tower. That's my intern's job," as he kind of giggles. He says, "But yes, we are missing strings. That's fair. But what are you going to do when all you get is drunken sailors and angry wizards who want to zap things with lightning?"
Well, as you can see, I'm quite busy, but I wouldn't mind offering a few strings courses. In
Persuasion.
exchange, perhaps, for something of fair or equal value for the time I spend doing it.
Give me a persuasion check.
That's going to be a modified 20.
He gives you a non-committal head nod and says, well, Melloc. I will run it past my brethren, but I think we might be able to have an accord. I'm sure I can come up with something
Sounds
quite
to me.
curious. He says, have you attended any colleges as a bard yet? Do you
Have
any-
As it happens, I'm a recent committal student to the College of Lore.
Oh, he said, have you sent in your membership card yet?
I don't believe so.
He says, well, if you stop by my office, I will endorse it myself with a letter of recommendation.
I would certainly appreciate that, sir. As you know, I was trained by one of the best.
Oh, yes. First battle I've lost in 30 years.
I'm aware.
Yeah, and the night goes on merry as such. You are offered rooms for no charge at the Broken Tree Tavern, which are much nicer than the Drunken Drake where you stayed.
Are
last
there
time.
any girls there?
Are there any girls? Burn. There are so many college girls. There are 17 in the crowd.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
They're all orcs.
Ranging.
Oh,
They're
right up
actually,
your alley.
Devin. I'm gonna pull over a joke that I haven't used in a while from our other group. They're all beautiful dragonborn women.
Dragonborn. Go
Like
to bed.
scales?
No.
Specifically, blue dragonborns.
Are you trying to fertilize the freshly laid egg?
No. Are they all dragonborn? in this
No,
fucking
not all
school?
of them, but the
Oh.
majority of them.
All right. Well, let me try and find one that's not dragonborn.
Okay, yeah, racist. There are. There's one dwarven woman and 6 half-orc women and 7 humans.
All right. Let's find one of the
Oh.
humans, I guess.
And there's one angry elf with a shaved head that you would recognize by walking through the student store.
Oh, the one that was that stole us and refused to talk to.
Exactly.
Yeah, let me hit her up.
You
yeah,
would.
Yeah. She sees you coming over and turns her back to you at the bar, looking too busy and to talk to you
Wow.
as you approach. How do you proceed, Burn? Now.
What are you
She's drinking a
doing?
martini. She's drinking a martini, looking away from you. I'm waiting for you.
Shit. I don't know. Roll a persuade or
Roll the persuade.
What? Intimidator. Come on. You're 8
Whoa.
feet tall.
okay. Well, okay. Let me say something to her.
I don't know that I can allow that as a dungeon master. Go ahead.
Are you a gelatinous cube? Because I could see myself inside of you.
Wow.
That works.
Wow.
I rolled a
Hell
4.
yeah.
If you can roll persuasion higher than 4, that works.
Okay. Oh, let's see. What's my persuasion? Is a +2, right?
Oh, I guess add a modifier to it.
Yeah, but
That's 7. 7 total.
it's a 20 + 2.
Oh my god. Yeah. That's all she says. Grabs your arm. Do you want to go to my dorm?
Yeah. Let's go over there and I say one more thing to her. Damn it, what was it?
It's the most action Dean's gotten in a long time.
So much action. Just waiting. The plot thickens.
That's not the only thing.
I say, half orcs aren't the only ones with restless endurance.
She says, yeah. She's not real bright. Her shirt has an egg on it that says clutch bitch on it.
That's
Ew.
fine. I'm just looking for a place to sleep.
As she walks past all of her dragonborn sister and come with her.
See you guys. I'll see you in the morning.
And Burn leaves the tavern.
This just proves that elves are idiots.
Is this how a knight of the realm, a paladin of the realm, is supposed to act? Dean Burn.
Are you trying to? Are you mad, David?
I'm not mad. I'm just amazed that I helped Dean level up his character. And I saw some of the things he had to swear oaths to. This doesn't sound very oath.
Sandman,
I
Sandman,
swore-
my friend, take it easy on the big fellow.
I swore
him
the
enjoy
oath
himself.
of vengeance. It has nothing
I'm gonna
to
give
do-
him 1 carton of blackberries as he walks out. And a
I'm
wink.
I'm gonna throw him to Melloc.
What the hell? You don't want my blackberries?
I will eat that carton of blackberries too.
I don't have room for
I'm
eating
down to 1.
blackberries. I'm about to eat ass.
Dean,
Sandman, if
Dean,
you score half of
Dean,
the
it's seductive to eat blackberries.
Oh, okay. I'll take the
Yeah,
blackberries.
that's what she said. You know what I'm saying? I'm down to 1
Okay.
carton of blackberries.
Stolas, how are you spending your night?
I actually want to just get drunk at this point.
There.
I have seen things tonight that I will not be able to unsee, so I'd like a drink.
Chad will push a bottle down the bar to you.
Chizan.
Windy hands.
Thank you, Chad. Chad's my hero tonight.
And then he rolls up to the seat next to you and begins to give off warm air instead of cold air.
Oh.
Warm air instead of cold air?
Mhm.
I don't even know what that means, but
Farting.
Yeah, it's coming from inside of his body.
Yeah, yeah. You're trying to detect his thoughts.
yeah, let's do that just for
All right.
detect thoughts.
All right.
On Chad.
He's thinking on a scale of 1 to 10, you're a natural 20.
So the wave happening in the background fades out of your mind as you focus on Chad's thoughts, and you hear him speak to you, and it is not anything that you expected. He says,
That's a sexy talk.
"I have seen your kind before.
Uh-oh.
The outer darkness awaits all of us, Stolas." And then he kind of points out the roof to the singular star in the sky that's bright red.
Holy shit! From the other day.
He says, I see
About a week ago.
Hadar smiles upon you as well.
Oh shit! I see. Okay, I see what's going on here.
It's a dar.
Chad knows things.
Chad does know the hidden turnings of the world.
Actually, it might even behoove me to ask Chad some questions about said thing in private, though, so the
Sure.
other team can't hear.
Well,
Oh.
they can't technically hear you, so they're going to have to divide player knowledge from character knowledge.
Gotcha. Okay.
So go ahead. I'll give you 1d4 questions to Chad.
One D4.
Yep, go ahead and roll a d4.
I got
Minimum- Oh, go ahead.
I got a 3.
Perfect. All right. What's your first question to Chad?
It's clear that you know what that thing is, but up until a few nights ago, I had never seen it before.
Mhm.
I don't even know what it is. So, could you explain it?
Yeah, he says in his travels. So since you're speaking mind to mind, it's way easier to explain. You see him coalesce into more or less the form of like a pulsing human, kind of within this white swirling mist that he's taken in. And he's standing next to you on a mountaintop inside of his mind. And as you see this plane of air where you see the Jinn and different kinds of Aarakocra and other flying animals, big celestial white dragons that roam the sky, you see him flying around as a small cloud that is accidentally then sucked down really, really hard down into the elemental plane of air. You see it get darker and darker and darker and darker as he emerges on the other side into the outer darkness. And there you see it and hear it. This twisting, writhing elder god that he encountered, changing him from just a non-sentient air elemental to something greater. And then his mind fades back, and you're kind of in the bar staring at this massive wind again.
That's pretty incredible, actually.
Hmm.
It was granted sentience by this terrifying looking creature.
Hmm.
I'm still less stunned at the moment, just kind of processing the information, the vision that he just kind of had and shared with the wind elemental.
Okay. Would you like me to move on to another player so you can think of another question?
Yes.
Okay. Melok. Actually, Zanvin.
Yo.
What are you up to?
getting drunk, drinking, brooding in my thoughts of being annoyed by the lightning elemental still.
Are you in some
Wondering
far off table by yourself?
Yeah, I'm
In the
just
shadow
in the corner being pissy because I'm annoyed because Burn kept throwing my blackberries away. Except for the
I
last
took
one. Actually,
them.
and I remember that he took it, and I'm happy.
Oh, no.
The tavern is tiered in such a way that there are like rooms on the bottom floor and the upper floor, but there's like a open court or like an open banister so you can see down.
Uh-huh.
And you're the only person up here kind of brooding while everybody else parties on the floor with Melloc. And the roof is open. And you get a tap on your shoulder from behind in this corner.
Okay.
How do you
I would
respond?
like to turn around, but very like matter of fact,
How so?
like this, just like that.
Oh, sorry, I can't see. 1 sec. Let me
No,
alt tab.
I'm not doing it again.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead and do it again.
Nope, not doing it again.
Oh man.
I'm just gonna like kind of like whip like. What the fuck is this? Touching my
You-
shoulder.
You go like full blades out or anything?
Hell yeah. Not full blade out because I have concealed weapons, so I don't need to.
Hmm.
And I have poison vials locked and loaded. So I'm just gonna turn around, but he doesn't know I have a concealed dagger, but I'm kind of gonna put my arm to a point where it's pointing at him, the concealed katana with the poison.
Got you. It is one of your brother's
mistake.
mutes,
Can I help you? Oh, okay. Brothers mutes.
and he is holding a scroll in his hand, which
Ooh,
looks
I'll
like
take
a
the scroll.
summons. There is a vial inside the scroll, a small one that says "drink." It's the only thing the letter says. And as soon as you open it, it basically just turns into a cloud of mist that evaporates, and you're left with a vial in your hand.
Like to investigate this mute just to make sure he is someone that I'm familiar with, someone that has the that knows the brotherhood, the society. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
He will pull down his left side of his shirt, showing 2 bands on his neck,
Uh-huh.
and then will open his mouth, showing his tongue where it was voluntarily taken out.
Look at that beautiful roll 20 right there.
And you're 100% sure that he's a servant of your brother's, and he takes a similar vial, drinks it, and then you see his body kind of shudder, and then he falls into literal cubes. And as soon as they hit the ground, they turn into liquid as he like seeps through the ground and disappears.
That sounds hella dope. I'm drinking the vial.
All right, the same thing happens to you. You shudder
Yeah, baby.
as your body turns into these little chunky cubes that kind of bounce, like if you were to drop tofu on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as they hit, they turn into liquid and you begin to seep through the ground. The next thing you see,
Are my clothes left and like weapons are left
oh
behind?
no, it's
Okay,
almost
everything goes with
like
me.
you've been cut into little pieces of cheese.
Oh, okay, I got you.
The next sensation you get as your eyesight returns is that your body falling into these perfect cubes again, and then like resealing themselves back together.
Okay.
And you are in a large
Whoa.
open room, surrounded by masked figures.
What is the meaning of this?
And she says, "You've not been permission to talk to the council." One of the figures in the mask says in this kind of deep voice that kind of tapers off, almost like a voice changer.
Mhm.
You can see Islington in the corner, who nods to you as his mute is kind of talking to him in his ear.
Wait, his mute can talk?
Well, like pointing over.
Oh, okay.
Getting his attention.
I was like, wait, what?
The best kind of mute, the mute
Yeah,
that
right.
can talk. Basically talking in his hand language to Islington,
Gotcha.
filling him in on the situation.
I'd like to take a long sweeping bow and say, "At your service, council."
More than one hand goes to a sword when you do that, but nothing is drawn or shown. Islington will kind of strut across the room to you and hand you a scroll. That's has a wax seal on it, and he says, "Welcome to the official membership of the Brotherhood, younger brother."
Ooh, I
He
like
turns
that.
on his heel and walks out of the room. Do you open it?
And the council's still in this room with me.
Correct. There are 3 members of the council left with you.
I'd like to ask them if I may open this letter.
They all nod.
I will open it.
Okay. Leaping out at you is a small black scorpion with yellow marks running across its body. Does 19 hit your armor class?
19 does hit my armor class.
Perfect. It hits you for a total of 5 points of damage. Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw is 18.
18. Perfect. It unsticks itself from your skin as the poison seeps into your veins. And everything around you begins to go blurry as your brother kicks you in the side off the chair. And he tells you to stand up and to fight.
The scorpion or fight him?
Him.
All right.
How was your brother, dude?
I am going to draw my short sword and my rapier, or my katana, which is on my person,
Okay.
and I will attack my brother.
Nice.
Wait, didn't you coat it in poison though?
He just fucking stabbed me with a scorpion.
The scorpion jumped out of the scroll. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm gonna.
Stuck you in the neck and then crawled off your body, essentially.
Didn't you owe your brother one? Why is he trying to kill you?
This is a society. Okay, so I'm going to attack.
We live in a society.
Yes. Let me see one thing real quick.
Sure.
Okay, so I'm going to attack him with the rapier.
With the rapier or with the katana?
Or I'm sorry, the katana.
Okay.
The roll was a 14 plus 6 is a 20.
It
Is that
does
enough
not
to hit
hit.
it?
He parries away your blows easily.
Okay, and I'll go at him with the short sword.
Okay.
Wait, hang on 1 second. I have advantage against him.
How so? You don't have any
Assassinate?
allies within
He
fight.
hasn't taken an attack roll against me.
He did. He kicked you off the chair.
Oh, fucker. Okay, so I'll use the short sword.
Okay.
Oh, that was even worse. That was a 5. plus,
Okay.
plus 6 is 11. So
The
not
venom coursing through your body as you stagger towards him and attack lazily. He reaches out one of his blades that way hits and cuts you across the left side of your neck, leaving a long trail of blood in a perfect line across it.
okay.
Followed up by a second attack, which
How much
misses.
damage did the first attack do?
First attack does not a whole lot. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage.
Okay.
The second one misses, goes a little high over your body.
Sweet, dodge that bitch like it was the Matrix.
Okay.
I
That'll be-
am my turn. I'm gonna go in with the katana, or with the katana again.
okay. Your attacks now come at disadvantage due to the poison in your system.
Okay. So the first roll was a 17. Second roll is a 17.
Okay.
Plus the 6 is a
23?
23. Yes.
Yes,
That
that
is
hits.
hard at 3 in the morning. Okay. So for the katana, it's 1d8 plus dex. So I got my d8. That was an 8 plus dex, which is a 4, so 12 damage.
'Kay.
Plus the poison, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
1d6.
Or 1 to 6.
Yep,
Sorry.
so let me put that I used 1. So 1d6, that was a 4. So it's 12 damage.
Okay. He
And then with the
oh, right.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
he laughs as you cut him just like right perfectly on one of his arms, the one that went high out of form.
And then I'll go in with the short sword.
Nice.
That was a 18 plus 6 is 24.
I'm going to use your reaction to parry your attack, raising my
the
armor class by 3.
Okay.
So your attack misses as he parries your blade.
Okay. And then let me see. Yeah, okay.
Perfect. He will take one more swing at you as the poison takes full effect of your system.
Okay.
And before things go black, he makes one more cut
Okay.
across the just under where the first cut went on your neck as
Okay.
you fall to darkness.
Okay. How much
and-
damage did that do? Enough to bring me to 0?
Not quite. It's more or less the poison in your system that's kind of doing
I
damage
see, I
in the
see.
background. Your night is as follows. 1, you see a room full of people, kind of all in masks and all in shadow, kind of talking about you. They seem to be stitching up your cuts. The next thing you feel is pain as their cauterized close and then tattooed over.
Okay.
When you awaken in the morning, you are granted a nicer set of assassin's robes for 3rd level.
Ooh, very
And
nice.
a scroll and a letter. The letter is from your brother explaining that you passed the first ritual test and are well on your way to becoming part of the society.
What a guy.
The scrolls contain techniques and training points to work on, which will automatically self-destruct after you have learned them.
Okay. And how should I learn them? Is it like Stolas, or I have to read them every night, or?
Yeah, it's just kind of something you work on.
Okay.
Work on sword forms and reading.
Gotcha.
You know that reading it once, you have been trained to see something once and remember it as part of
Gotcha.
your training. So, yeah,
Very cool.
that is how you spend your night.
Man, Dean's over there smashing this chick, and I'm getting smashed by some big black swords. Some BBCs.
Pork swords.
All right. Well, my turn is over.
Melloc the Magnificent. Your friends have all kind of wandered off, you would say. How are you spending your night?
I am absolutely the life of this party, and I may be the smallest, but I am the largest presence, and I am making it damn well sure that everyone at the party is aware of that through tribal dances.
Oh, yeah, 100%. They ask if they can, like, hold you up so you can crowd surf across the bar.
Be gone, thoughts!
A large group of women turn away from you, saddened that they did not get to enjoy the Melloc of the Magnificent.
Ew.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh my god. Ow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anything else you'd like to do, or are you just partying until you fall over?
Oh, it's party night. Me and David, this shit's lit.
Why don't you give me 4 Constitution saving throws, each descending into disadvantage after the first 2.
What?
I said if you don't meet them, you start to descend into disadvantage.
Okay, well, my
You
first one
can
was a
back
critical
out.
fail.
Oh, yeah, okay. Disadvantage on the next one.
Okay, so that next one is a 6.
Okay.
And then the next one's a 3.
Oh my god.
But
Last
my
one?
last one is a critical success.
Oh man.
So,
you
I
rally.
puke and rally. I puke and I motherfucking rally. I need a shoe. A shoe.
Your memories are as followed in the morning. At one point you were inside of a cask of ale and challenged to drink all of it from within while doing a handstand inside of it. 2, you puking and rallying. 3, you drinking out of a shoe.
That's like
4,
No, I puked into the
Aleception.
shoe. Then I
He
put
is
the shoe down.
a person with a bottle of ale inside of him, trapped inside of a bottle of ale, drinking ale from the bottle.
Aleception.
Aleception.
Gosh.
A bunch of wizards start handing you like different staves and like wands and letting you try them out as you blast different kinds of magics into the bar. You realize quickly that a lot of these wands are training wands, so they don't do a lot of damage, but you haze a bunch of the freshmen and eventually wake up in the morning surrounded by random people you don't know wearing sunglasses that you found terribly hungover.
Perfect. I cast
Great
Cure
night.
Light Wounds on myself.
Yeah. The poison is vented from your system.
Right as rain.
Stolas, you got your last 2 questions before we end this session?
Yeah, I have a question for Chad, another one.
All right.
If this entity that you've shown me is capable of giving or granting anima to wind, how exactly do I find out what it wants with me?
That's a really good question, actually. Chad points to the necklace that Garen gave you. He says in his mind, he says, when it whispers, you must listen, obey, and follow.
That's it? That's all I have to do? The last time it whispered, I couldn't really make anything out, though.
He said, oh, it will grow in time.
That's what she said.
Damn it. Last question. Phyllis.
Oh, I thought that was my last question.
No,
Yeah, she asked.
I'll give you a follow-up. Go ahead and give me a third.
Guy.
Good.
Oh, geez. Okay. I honestly, I can't think of another question at the moment.
Yeah. Chad will kind of just disperse into the room and join the party as the party sounds come back to you. But Stolas, all you see after you have witnessed your dark god is that the shadows on the walls are twisted images of the people dancing in the room as they kind of writhe as red eyes stare back at you.
Sounds scary.
Dude, the gifs in the chat are hilarious. Melog dancing right now. David, after Melog tells him Garen is dead, it's a crying Jordan. Oh god, it's so late. I'm so tired.
And then you are plagued by nightmares as you go to sleep of this dark thing that you've witnessed.
Damn.
Too terrifying to describe.
That was a spicy
Plagued by
episode.
nightmares.
This better not be a nightly thing.
Oh, totally.
Wait, Stolas, make sure to read your book.
Yeah.
Yes, I will read the book so I can avoid the nightmares for as long as possible.
And that is our game. We will continue.
That's right,
Next-
gentlemen.
2 weeks.
A paladin on the streets, but a rogue in the sheets.
Wow.
Yes.
Uh,
I love it so much.
I need to get some cool black swords. Wait,
Well-
Cody, so does my armor class go up because I have new robes? Like fancier, better assassin rogues?
Nope, they're just finer quality.
Okay, just want to make sure.
So, actually, what do you have right now? Do you have leather or do you have studded leather?
Leather.
Go ahead and take studded.
What does that mean?
Studded leather is a higher base armor class, of which I will Google right now. It's leather armor 5e. Studded leather armor is. Sorry, I'm clicking through links right now. AC of 12. And then plus your
Plus my
dexterity.
dex.
Yep.
Oh yeah, 16, baby. Moving on up in the world.
What was it from?
14.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Sweet. Great stream. Like I said, next episode, Devin, aka Melloc, will have a new mic. I think he sounded a little bit robotic. So next
I might
episode
have
should be
one too.
crispy. Yeah, Deanie, whenever you want to come by and pick up the mic, you're welcome to.
great, thank you.
And Byrne has a new mic. Cody has a new mic. I have a new mic. We're gonna be sounding crispy.
So crispy.
Hell yeah.
Next week we will dive into the
Planning
darker
session.
side of the guild. Oh yeah, we can do planning session if you want.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
Do we, Cody, do we level up to 4 or we're still at 3?
you are still at 3.
Okay,
Can you-
cool.
can you
Just
hear
making
this?
sure.
So
Yes, very loud. Yes, yes, really loud.
I do give out points for roleplay though. I think that's very important for you to know.
I get some WD-40.
I was role playing really hard,
So
so I
hard.
should be at level like 10 already.
Maybe keep it up.
All right, guys. Well, I will catch you later. Good night.
Definitely.
Thanks for listening. If you watched us live or
Thanks,
on the
homies.
replay, you are an amazing person. You're a sweet angel.
Yeah.
Cody, you want to start us off?
Yes, I have been Cody Jahey, your dungeon master. Thank you for watching Live and Let Die. As always,
Dice.
I'm joined.
Nice. Live and let dice.
Dean, sweet angel, your mom was watching live the whole time. Shout out to Dean's mom.
Hi, Dean's mom.
Up till
Hi,
2:30
Mama
watching
Dean.
Dungeons and Dragons.
I would never take an elf home. Just
Oh,
so you know.
Zach Binkard's in the chat.
Oh, do you know who that person is?
I do.
Oh, you said Big Pog, and I thought it was like a troll, so I didn't even shout it. But yeah,
Oh,
that was about
man.
1:00.
No, that's the homie Zach.
That's our buddy Zach from one of our other games. What's up, Zach?
What's
Shout
out to
Pog
Zach.
mean?
I have no clue.
I don't know.
Jevin,
That's
do you
what-
care to explain?
Hmm?
What's a pog?
Like the little coin things.
I'll talk to you later, Cody.
Oh, all right.
Me and Zach were making fun of you.
Oh, that's too bad. Ass.
All right,
All right, guys, I gotta go to bed. Catch y'all later.
deuces.
Night, buddy.
Laters.